Welcome back, everybody, to the Lidoma New State Mobile Summer Series right here on my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. And today, as you already can see, I am not alone. I got the famous Mustache Dave on my side. So, Dave, what are your expectations for today?
Hey man, thanks for having me on the stream, by the way. Super excited. I mean, that intro alone got me pumped up, man. I love it. We're here for the summer series. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I know we got a bunch of graphics to kind of outline what we should expect here today, but honestly, I'm looking for some teams, man. I'm looking for some teams to really get sweaty early on and just show us what New State's all about.
Yeah, for sure. That will be very awesome. We have seen over the past days 64 different teams participating already in the group stage. More for that in a few seconds. And today we will see the best 16 teams out of that fighting for a total prize pool of $2,000. That will be very, very interesting. And as you guys know, New State is also from Crafton, a Battle Royale game. So we will see some action paced fights there, a lot of pushes, hopefully, and hopefully some teams reaching very high kill amount.
Heck yeah. So how you doing, man? I mean, we're on your stream today. Welcome everybody to the finals. But how is Stormy doing here today?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I'm so excited about this tournament, and hopefully, we'll have a bright future for esport at New State Mobile. So, this is the start for it. So, guys, tell all your friends, tune in. We have to show Crafton that we want esport here. And I'm super excited for the upcoming games. We will see 5 rounds here today. So, 5 times a chicken dinner. And already doing the semifinals and group stage, that was very interesting. So, here we go with the tournament format. We can see we started at stage 1, consisting of 64 teams. We saw 3 maps got played there, and the top 8 teams of each group did move over to the stage 2. 16 teams each group again. 4 matches played: Erangel, Lakna, Akinta, and Troi. And the top 8 for sure did move over to the final stage where we are here today. Top 16 in total. We will see 5 rounds getting played, and we will see for sure the famous Erangel getting played twice as an opening map and the closing map. That will be very, very interesting to see. And in between, we got for sure the New State Mobile own maps: Lakna, Akinta, and Troi. So we will see a lot of action on all those maps, and the contrast between Erangel, very big map, towards Akinta will be very, very huge, as Akinta is a very fast paced map, and we will see many, many pushes happening there. So, what do you think, Dave? As we now can see here right away, the prize pool $2,000 sounds
Yes,
maybe a
sir.
little bit small, but that is very nice already for such a tournament.
Hey, that is beautiful. I mean, I know these teams had to compete in stage 1 and stage 2 to make it here to the finals, right? But if they did make it to the finals, 5 games. I mean, after 5 games, the champion $1,000. I'll take that all day, Stormy. So things are gonna be looking good here today, and I like as well the stages. How each stage 1, 2, and 3 we're kind of adding another match, so it's kind of like a marathon almost, and today's the last day of that marathon. So 5 matches today. Um, really hoping these teams can start strong in game number 1.
Yeah, for sure. Game number 1, Erangel, quite a long match, but for sure rewarding the same amount of points as on the other maps. And today, the teams have to show how consistent they are. I mean, in the group stage with 3 maps, you have a good chance to move over to the next stage with having one banger game. But today, with 5 maps, it will be kind of hard. So here we can see the point distribution, and for sure, those teams can collect points via their placement. As it is a battle royale, the last team standing will be the one with the most points. 10 points for the first position. The second position will be rewarded with 6 points, falling down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 point for position 7 and 8. But that also means that the position 9 to 16 won't receive any placement points, but for sure they can collect some points here with doing kills. Each kill counts 1 point, and that is very interesting because that means this tournament is heavily focusing on the amount of kills, as you only need 10 kills for getting 10 points, which is similar to the first position. So at the end of the day, the team with the most kills and the most good placements will for sure be the winning team and take that $1,000.
Yeah, and this is interesting, right? I mean, you and I were kind of chatting before the stream started, and I wanted to kind of get your opinion. Like going back to semifinals, what was the average, if you had to give a number, the average amount of kills? Say the first place team they
Well, the
were
first place
acquiring.
team was Team Unique. They had a very high amount of kills. It was far over 50 in 4 rounds.
Whoa, 50
That was,
kills. So
yeah,
that's
that
like
was
50
crazy.
points then. I
Yeah,
mean,
that was
that's
exactly.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Kills are going to be extremely important here today. And I'm looking forward to it, man. The one map I'm really looking forward to has to be Akinta, just because they recently did kind of add that area up in the north, like the channels and the temple. I'm really curious. I've been trying to drop there myself. Having some difficulty finding loot, not going to lie, but I'm really curious to see like if a team or a couple teams will decide to make that their drop spot here in match number 3.
Yeah, that is straight the middle match. So we are starting here with Erangel. As you can see, Lakna, then Akinta, Troi, and at the last closing map, again, Erangel. The new Akinta is very interesting, and I hope we can see a drop spot there right at the northern location. And
Mm-hmm.
here we are with these 16 teams which are participating. As I said before already, Team Unique did really, really great in the semifinals. We got them right in the first spot, followed by AT Pro Esports. They did do insane as well, with a really heavy chicken dinner. We got the horror team, Natty Wild, Gaming Gladiators, AT Sirens, the team, AW team, by the way, the team. Greetings to another A Squad partner. Leo is there. If you want to support them, definitely cheer up for them. The second page is starting with Team Temperament, 90 Millennium. 90 Millennium, also a very, very good team. They could be definitely end up here in top 3. The Sunrise Sky Team, Nice Gaming, SCP Union, PKS Team, and last but not least, it's the Infinity Ward Team. Whew, that are some bangers there.
Yeah, a lot of teams, man. Team Unique, definitely going to have my eye on them, just because you're saying in the semifinals they were one of the best, right? So not going to sleep on them. But if there was a team that I had to kind of root for, I think Natty Wild, from Turkey. I think that's going to be my team here today, Stormi. That I'm going to be in their corner, kind of just cheering them on and seeing what they can accomplish here in the 5 games.
Yeah, hopefully. So that team, Natty Wild, I hope they will do some kills there as well. Will be very interesting to see how good they will be at the end of the day. And I just double checked. Team Unique had 57 kills in 4 rounds of the semifinals. That is kind of mind blowing. So that is an average over 10 kills per round.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can manage to do that today. For sure, 8 further teams where they have not played against yet in this tournament, and for sure, better teams, as the top 8 out of each group did move over. So, what is your pick for the first round? You have any
Yeah.
guesses
And
which team?
you brought up a great point too, right? Like, yes, Team Unique, they dominated in the semifinals in their group. But the real trick or the real question here, will they be able to not get caught off guard, right, by those other teams that funneled in from their own respective lobby? That's the real trick here. Will they be able to kind of maintain that consistency that they saw in the semifinals and roll it over here into the finals? So, Team Unique, listen, based off of what you said, I have to say Team Unique is a team to watch in match number 1. And I feel like if they can get a really strong game underneath their belt to start off the day, this might be a heavy contender to look out for here today in the finals.
Yeah, for sure. But as I said before, 8 different teams joining the fight, and you can get really unlucky if at your favorite spot another team or even 2 teams dropping with you. You never know what's going to happen at these hot drops. I mean, we have the green flare, so there's a good chance you can respawn even 3 of your teammates if you're lucky to find enough drone credits. But this is still difficult. A lot of other teams are hunting for those respawns if they see a green flare lighting up at the sky. So at those tournaments, that is definitely different to a classic game. If whenever there is a green flare appearing, you can guess that at least one team, like 90 Millennium, they are famous for doing that. At several other tournaments, they are the team hunting down those guys getting respawned that they can't even
Mm,
reach the ground. So a hot drop does not mean here 100% that it is lost. If one can sneak away, that still can work out for the team, but it will be definitely not easy if Team Unique will drop in a hot drop. I mean, semifinals, 1 round, they got off the early game with 7 kills. So 3 teams were dropping there. That was pretty good. But it is not set 100% that they can redo that every round. And
yeah,
especially it's the final. Final has its own rules. And I guess some of the players will be also a little bit nervous here. So let's see.
a little bit, a little bit. I love that new state we do have those green flares though, right? Because you can really get spicy early on, like you're saying, with the different strategies with trying to be a little more aggressive in the early game, and say things don't work out for you. You kind of still have that second chance mechanic baked into new state if you have the flare, of course. So I think with that in mind, hopefully we see some interesting strategies here today in the finals because, you know, there's going to be money for the top three, but honestly, the goal right now, the champion, number one, the $1,000. Like that's the goal that a lot of these teams have in their mind here today heading into the 5 maps. But Stormy, hey man, I believe the players are starting to load up into the lobby. So soon we'll get into game number one. Erangel, of course. And I was playing Erangel maybe an hour ago. And hey, I just gotta flex when I can flex. All right. I had a M249. I was in my vehicle, saw a team, swapped over to the passenger seat, and I'm telling you, man, I sprayed them down, son. So it felt good. Will we see any plays like that here today? Let me ask you
Definitely.
that.
Definitely. We will see the M249 being on fire with the customized shield. It is definitely very, very good to use, especially in tournaments. And you still have enough of bullets if the first bullet's not hitting 100%. But that is definitely such a good gun to use, especially with that big shield covering you from some shots from the enemy. And it would not be the first time one of the other player would go crazy because he can't hit the enemy as he is hitting almost next to the head only the
Yeah.
shield.
Yeah.
That is happening pretty often at this game.
Yeah.
And yeah, the gun meter is a very nice point at this game. We will see many different gun meters here being used. Some will go for SMGs in a close range up to mid range, followed by an AR, but most will go with a DMR. So DMR will be definitely a pick by most of the players. Some, like me, I'm a sniper rifle user. I know
Ooh,
there are
you're a
not that
sniper.
many. Yeah. A single bolt action. I love that. And I definitely know that there are some guys using the single bolt actions here as well. And for sure, ARs. You will see masters of ARs. Very versatile to set up in close range with the M7, a little bit longer range with an M4. But the damage is getting less than with a DMR on the long range, so you can't say that for the max range of 400 meters that you're using an AR and spray down a full squad. That we won't see that, but we will definitely see some very nice sniper shots. And I'm curious if someone will use the SL8C2 customization.
Ooh, hey, look at this. Game number one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Tuesday Mobile Summer Series. Erangel, let's jump in with Stormi and Mustache Dave.
Yeah, let's go. Match one. And Unique has the number one spot. We could already see some teams dropping off there. Team 7, as well as some other ones. There we go. We got it here on the better view. And this is already the A squad partners. The team is number 7 going down to Primorsk. And a lot of teams going to the military base, which is not common for Newsted. I already can tell you that. That is one of the most crazy things I have ever seen at Newsted. Right away here in the first match, no one else dropping to Heaven Post. That is my favorite spot. We can see there are a lot of teams being there in the center somewhere and going left and right of the plane. So school for sure. Some teams will go over there as well. And we got there Kitsune and her teammates from the female team right at the northern half of the map. HR going somewhere towards the shooting range. And Team Unique, Severny left alone. So definitely not a hot drop there for them. And I'm curious now if they will still make it to a high kill amount, because sometimes I have the feeling that if you drop down and don't have any fights from the beginning, you're starting a little bit too lazy and then can't focus that good on killing in the later stage of the game when it is needed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I totally get it, right? But then at the same time, this is game number one, right? So you kind of want to feel out the lobby and kind of see what your opponents might have for their strategies in game number one. So slow and steady. As we're going to be looking at the temp over there, looks like they actually have an opponent right between them. But this, we're already starting to see some drive coming on through with the
Ooh,
Union.
first
Like,
kills.
Massacre is pretty low already. Looking for possibly. Oh, number one. Let's go out to
Oh,
that
that is a
east
nice
side.
one. That is a nice zone shifted far to the east, with the center being somewhere south of or close to prison. That will be very interesting to see which team is going there first. We will see their different tactics. Some teams rotating really early, and AT already being there pretty close to the center. They might take over Mansion and Prison. And Team Unique was in the past one of those teams rotating really fast to the center. I'm curious if we will see that here right away again. And yeah, even there was quite a hot drop there at the south position. We can see it here with the team number 9, Team Temperament. They're still close to some guys from the AW team. And at Parallax well, doing a double or even a triple kill against PKS.
Jeez. Yeah.
Ooh, That is crazy. I mean, that guy, Xwell or Xwell, however we can spell him.
Ooh,
Oh,
shredded.
teammate, defender, once
Wow.
again.
Yeah, it looks like player right there was just a little too thirsty, and we had a little classic bait and switch, honestly, and player getting caught off guard right there and thirsted. So, hey, better luck. We'll see what they can accomplish moving forward. As, like you said, a lot of these teams going for some interesting drop spots, and I think it's because they want to play it nice and slow. Try to avoid the early game mayhem that we're seeing in the kill feed right now.
Yeah, exactly. We could see a lot of teams getting really early into their vehicles, moving to their favorite spot. And we also can see there right towards Novo that there are some teams moving far way over. They have to cross on a later stage the river for sure. And that's Morg
Jeez.
with a nice shot out of the vehicle. But he has to be careful. More to come close to him right here at the Novo base. And yeah, this is Nike's Gaming there with the team number 13 here being their teammates of Morg. And I'm super curious to see if they can eliminate the enemy's team or if they will retreat in an early stage and try to respawn that lost member.
Yeah, I think we've been seeing Morg, this particular player in the kill feed a lot actually in game number 1. So, I mean, this player has just been popping off here so far. Looking to see if they can capitalize on the rest of the team enemies ahead of them. Looks like Morg is now going to be on a boat out there. I mean, my goodness, talk about the plays here. It's insane.
That guy is going straight to some vacation, but I think he's picking up the teammate. It seems as they are retreating a little bit because there's a third team. This is Team Temperament here, Barrett. And also we could see on the minimap one of the Nike's Gaming players being on a different location. So that split tactic, that one guy is going the safe way, trying to get enough drone credits to respawn the teammates. And yeah, we could see that Nike's Gaming getting away from here. And now it is
Massacre.
Here.
Just proning right there, trying to survive. Fortunate for Massacre, looks like Barrett doesn't really have any utility, Molotovs or grenades to flush them out. But, I mean, my goodness, what is going on? We got a little snake battle, and I think this goes to kind of show, like, in my mind, I'm looking at how many credits some of these teams have. Like, do they have enough credits to get that green flare early on? Or are their players, their teammates, just going to be, done and dusted this early on? That's the real question that I'm looking at and trying to think about, because I'm looking around. Not a lot of players have credits stashed up yet.
No, that's for sure. They're starting always 0, and you have to loot them straight away from the start. And right here, that not in the best spot. That is the split player from Nike's Gaming, what I said before. And it does not look really good to him, as the AW team is right behind them. They are expecting him somewhere in the compound. So he might get away with his life if he's not causing any sound there. Now he starts to step. He will get spotted very soon. Oh, Eggbug here. And now we're switching over to Agent Sneaky. GG team being really close to him. That is for sure a good spot here, but they just drive away. He let them pass and back at DNL.
Oh, no.
What did happen there to
Eggbug?
Yeah, mistakes are made. No way.
Oh, what is going on? Mistakes were made. And look at this. The loot goblin. Oh, the loot goblin was going for that crate right there. Immediately spotted. Man, these players definitely baiting each other out here. Very interesting tactics coming out here in game number 1. This is going to be the Gladiators. So this was my second pick here. I was looking at Natty Wild from Turkey, but also going to be paying attention to the Gladiators from Ukraine here, as it does look like they have all 4 of their teammates up. They're going to be playing nice and grouped up together. Looks like they found themselves a nice little compound here in circle number 1. So we're starting to see a lot of different play styles. We're seeing teams that they get in game, they're looking for kills, they're looking to get aggressive, they're looking to take the fight. Meanwhile, on the flip end, we're seeing teams that are just chilling, just playing zone by zone and just trying to survive for that late game. So we're starting to see different play styles already, which I love to see.
Yeah, that is so interesting right here at News Tape. And all those tactics can work out for sure. Even if you start to kill at a very late stage of the game, you still can collect multiple kills there in the last zones. And this position where we could see the Gladiators going to, oh, and some nice DMR shots from Bloody here. Can he get a knockdown? No, that's the AT Pro Esports team, and they should be careful. AT Pro Esports immediately will fight back. I already can tell you they might come over if they are happy with the loot. And in parallel, we could see it as well from AT Pro Esports getting the next kill against Morph. So that should be somewhere about around the Novo area.
Yeah. Yeah, these rotations, they're getting dangerous too, man. We're starting to see teams that are piled up in one vehicle, not what you want to be in. You want to have each teammate with their own car, kind of like what we're seeing over here in the distance, just in case your team does get sprayed down, kind of lessens the chances of that vehicle explosion here.
Yeah, for sure. We will see there, as well as in the compound pick, different tactics at the teams. There are a lot of teams taking only a 2-2 split into the vehicles, so that one of the teammates is able to shoot back. We have seen so many shots out of a vehicle in the past and eliminations, so that is a very good tactic, especially for the early game to collect some kills if someone starts to shoot. And we could see it a little bit ago when that AW player did let past these 3 vehicles and didn't start to shoot, because he exactly knows if I now start to shoot, they might attack me and then I'm done and dusted. And here we go. We can see already on the map these rotations. Look at this. The fast zone just has started, the blue zone, I mean, and all those teams going really quickly into the center of the zone. And this is really, really high class for a final here. In the group stage, we could see a lot of teams playing it from the edge, but here we can see a very big cloud there in the center with a lot of teams being in.
Yeah, we're looking at Team 4 right now. 90 Wild. So it looks like they have a nice little position to overlook the bridge on Military Base Island. And like you called out in the very early game, a couple teams did drop down there, right? So they do have an opportunity to maybe gatekeep and maybe even get a couple kills underneath their belts here early on. But we're looking at them right now, man. They're kind of missing these shots, man. They're going to wish they were able to get these back. But regardless, I still really do appreciate their position that they're holding down right now.
Yeah, definitely. Very great position here. And these compounds are pretty safe in the first zone. And in a little bit less than 2 minutes, we will see the next zone. And then the happy rotation will start again. As I bet, we will see a little bit more shift towards the edge. Hopefully no center switch. That would force.
What do you think they ordered?
I guess some customization kits, right? For the for maybe for the M249. One of them got it, so the big shield for sure would help them. And there we can see Nikes Gaming with the respawn of Dead and L in the kill feed. So back at a good amount of players here. And these shots didn't hit either. And still a lot of teams rotating over. And this position here is a very interesting one, as Team Unique would play for that in a later stage, but I'm not sure if it will be in the next good position for the next zone. And exactly that second compound, that's what I wanted to mention, that a lot of teams doing this 2-2 split, with this compound being a little bit northeast of the other one, and then trying to hold it. And with the green flare, that is easy possible, as they will also split for sure the drone credits, that both teams or both duos would be able to respawn at least one player. And here we go.
About respawn right here.
There's a respawn.
Right, prime example.
And it seems as Nikes has returned from their boat tour towards this position here.
Yeah, Milt to Power showing up here. So Morg is done, so hopefully they'll be able to get enough credits to call them back in as well. I love the credit system, man. I mean, it just allows so much more aggressive plays early game. But looking over here, looks like one of the members from Pro Esports pinned down behind the boulder here. Not where you want to find yourself in an open field with not one, but 2 different teams looking in your direction.
Ooh, and the fire damage, and there goes Kitsune. Done. That's it for Xwell for now, but the teammates will have collected already enough drone grids to respawn him. Being here driver, strong Lynx AMR, that weapon is causing heavily damage against those vehicles. And we are now back at the AT Pro Esports team. They will try to respawn Xwell there. He's still knocked. They might even go for the pickup. They're getting closer. They won't get over there. Or
look at the Affinity Award, by the way. Team 16 still in Georgia pool, just looting to their heart's content, just soaking up so much blue right now. So definitely pay attention to that team. But look at this, looking to hit these shots here. The bolts, can they connect? Missing a couple here.
Not yet, and now it seems as they are retreating from that position, trying to go for the safe respawn of Xwell. And they strike back against the Sirens. Carolina now knocked. So they are down to 3. And in parallel, we could see more getting revived as well. So Nikes Gaming soon back as a full squad. But on the minimap, I already could see a team being very close to their location at the Milta power plant. So they have to be careful to not get catched there. Team Temperament with another respawn happening here. Double respawn for them. And this is the
Love it.
very nice mechanic. The first green flare for sure costs you 1000 drone credits. Each further bullet costs only 500. So whenever you already got a green flare, it is kinda cheap to respawn the other mates. And now,
Uh-oh.
nice standoff. Oh, Lynx
Uh-oh.
AMR. Only
Don't
10
want to peek
bullets.
that. Oh, so lucky we're able to miss that shot. I mean, player needs to be careful. Honestly, I like this position on the roof, but once when they peek their head, man, all it takes is that one tap dirt nap out here. So I like how we have this little standoff right here. It does, like you mentioned, looks like Sky Team able to get their reset. They also have some Chrome credits altogether, 1,300. So they have some wiggle room to work with. But over here, we got a push happening right now, Stormi.
Yep, Nike's Gaming getting pushed here, as I said before. Natsu being here, together with Detsu, Shalfei, and Rekium. And they have a very good position here at the Milta Power Plant. And more got killed in parallel. So they are only down to 3 players. That's a 4 versus 3 advantage. And we are switching back to the AT Pro Esports team. While on the other side, Sirens with their respawn. And there we go. Ixwell getting respawned immediately here. Let's see if he makes it down to the ground. But that gave the enemy team there the time to pick up Carolina, so the Sirens being back as a full squad. And soon AT Pro Esports will be that as well. And here we are back at Nike's Gaming versus the enemies, and they lose the first 2 remaining only. Can they strike back in a 2 versus 4 disadvantage? No, they lose another one. You could see it straight there.
Versus Tommy Gun, man. Up close and personal. I mean, just so disgusting right there. You got to hit your shots, and looks like we are able to see Natsu still alive, was able to get that heal off, and now it looks like they're trying to close the gap and maybe flush out the other opponents here.
Yeah, Dedanel being in a 1 versus 4 situation. Can he clutch it? There was some damage done, but no, he can't. That's the end. Squad wipe. That's an eliminated team. And Natsu and his teammates collected their first 4 points, being at 2k drone credits. Very good start. And here now, 90 Millennium with a complete different tactic. 4 players.
First team, too, to get taken out. I mean, we've been seeing so much action, so many fights, and I am just surprised. I mean, that goes to show you how important these credits are and these green flares are, because that was the first team to get taken out here in match number 1.
Yeah, but that is exactly what could have happened when you respawn a player. You respawn him, everybody can see that green flare, and for sure some teams think, okay, let's attack them. If we can kill that guy out of midair, we will definitely have a 4 versus 3 advantage if they are there with the remaining team. And that's why a lot of teams choose that tactic to farm some kills in the early stage and get a good amount of kills. And right here, 90 Millennium being a little bit more passive. Very interesting 4-player split, all being in different position, took over that high ground here, southern of the prison. And for sure, they will try now to find some targets and get their first elimination. And also 3k drone credits. That is so massive.
Yeah, they're saving up, man. Saving up for winter here, honestly. Welcome, everybody, by the way, to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button and comment in the chat. Who do you got your money on? Or who do you got your credits on here in game number 1? Who are you cheering for as we are just kind of getting things started here for the finals of the summer series?
Yeah, looking very interesting. Oh, he sees the enemy there in the gap.
The shoulder.
And that's a 83 damage headshot. Enemies shooting instant back, and now we can see the rotation of the teammates. So Hariki being here, the little scout, calling in for the teammates that he found an enemy there. And on the other side, they are getting pushed. Defender gets the first. Hennessy is close to him. Oh, Hennessy can strike back. 2 players remaining for AW here only, and they are not even close to him. So they have to go for the respawn. And that's another kill by AT Pro Esports. I'm curious where they are at. I guess like 5 kills, as Ixwell already did do like 3 kills before, even 4.
It's going to be up there in the north, too, Lipovka. So, I mean, that goes to show you how strong the Tommy gun is at that range, right? I mean, we're starting to see kind of a sort of a meta develop here when it comes to what weapons these players prefer in their close quarter combat fights. So, you'll love to see it. And now it looks like they're going to have to make their approach into the zone up there to the north. But talk about Team NM. I love their spread that they got going on right now, just holding down center.
Yeah, they are really close located to the center, but I guess they will get closer now to each other, as they know with 15 teams and 57 players remaining, one of them can get catched pretty easy, and then it would be hard to call back in the teammates. As you know, the later the zone, the harder to respawn a teammate, as they are all close together, and if a player drops down, everybody around them will start to shoot at them, and whenever a player gets finished, they will push over to that position to take over a center point. So I can recommend them to get back, and now Ixwell got knocked again. Oh, let's see if the teammates can pick him up again, and Skyline going here for the rooftop. That is so nice at New State. You almost can get to every rooftop, and the enemy is going for the pick up there. A lot of vehicles being on that place, so they should be able to escape.
Ooh.
And on the other side, decent. That is the Gladiators team with a knockdown towards that little apartment. But I don't want to push over. That is like, hey, we are here. Don't come over, or we're going to kill you. So we are just shooting. Oh, nice smoke hit.
Yeah, beautiful shots right there. We're starting to see a lot of mini weapons come into play as well. That one right there from Decent that's suppressed with the 6 times, looking good over there. So a lot of pot shots happening right now. Like you were saying, a lot of these teams just trying to take out some of their opponent's armor, their utility, force them to use those meds, you know, just taking out little chunks at a time, because eventually they'll have to push each other here.
Yeah, exactly. The later the phase of the game, the less utility you will be able to find, only some used stuff. And if you break some helmets there, that will for sure help you when pushing over towards the other team. Right now being here at team number 11, rotating over, and this is still Metal there and his teammates. They did really push over to the little apartment, but they couldn't find any enemy. They already did go away, and they have secured 1 kill. And now 90 Millennium, Hariki, they're on the high ground, secured a kill as well. And AW is the double respawn, so they will be back as a full squad pretty soon.
I'm really liking Gladiators and their playstyle here. I know they don't really have that many kills. I believe they have only 1 kill point so far. But just like what they're showing us when it comes to their team comms, their movement, their decision making, I'm really enjoying what the Gladiators got going on right now. A little soft 2-2 split. I mean, they're trying to hold down as much terrain as possible over here on the southwest side. So we might see them right here very shortly with Infinity Ward, actually, the team that was just soaking up the blue in George Pool for so long, just making sure to get every single nook and cranny investigated to get that much needed loot here. So the Gladiators, I gotta say, Stormi, I am liking what they have been showing us here in game number 1.
Yeah, definitely. Their rotation was really clever, really early on, and they still can stay at this position. And in parallel, we could see a lot of kills happening at the kill feed, and now that is the team pushing over the Gladiators. Will they be able to get away from here?
Ooh,
in the sandwich
so
in between 2 teams. And now the next rotation, they have to go on towards the east position. And actually, that is a very good move to go in that circumstance. And we can see another fight. Team Temperament versus SCP Union. Chaos was there still in the blue zone, took some damage. Pre-fires the enemy. Molotov!
Take that.
Barbecue time!
Oh, that was a good play right there. You don't want to push the barrel of an MG5, the LMG. I mean, that thing just shreds. So very smart decision making to toss that Molotov in.
Yeah, that was a nice one. And what I just want to say is that this early rotation here of the team, we can see them there in the scope here of Senrix. With that early movement over, you can take over a position, but that also means all those teams being in their compound shooting at you while moving, and that's caused that their vehicle is broken now. And in parallel, 80 Pro Esports dominating the kill feed, as well as Unique. They are in a huge fight. This should be already the finals fight here. And now the team losing the first. That's a done and dusted player.
Yeah, just unlucky rotation, right? Like you mentioned, they just had the YOLO send it, make it into the zone. And unfortunately, they got sandwiched between 2 different teams that were just blood hungry. And talking about being blood hungry, they got bloody from Sky right now. Tommy gun in hand, snake in the grass here.
Yeah, classical snake tactic. We won't see that later on Lakna. That will be also interesting to see. And we got 15 further seconds on the clock until the zone starts to close. And right here, the Gladiators getting into a better position. They are still rotating. There's still a lot of space in the blue zone, and the safe zone for sure. And they will get there pretty soon. They found a little cover here. Not the best position on the low ground. Yeah. I would prefer that position here of 90 Millennium or the Sky team here, being at the wood factory. Playa, Richard, Bloody. Oh, with this beautiful McLaren. By the way, very nice vehicle for the later stages. Does not be, it will not be able to dodge that many shots, but it is a very fast one. And Team Temperament with another respawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Third,
mean, they're
fourth
just
respawn, whatever.
yeah, they are just soaking up these credits and really using it to their advantage. And talking about credits, we see 2 drones now dropping in hot, dropping some much needed gear for these players, as we are going to be looking out there in the distance. The Gladiators just finding the fight right here. Looks like one of their squad mates
They
caught
lost one.
in the field behind the US, but maybe they have enough credits to call him back. But like you mentioned, as we get later into the match, calling back a player in the sky, that's going to be a free point here.
Yeah, look at this zone, a classical new state zone with only a few teams being inside and all the other teams have to rotate in. There is even a not set up compound inside, but during these rotations we will see now a lot of chaotic things happening. And let's see which team takes over that compound. Very good position, but I already can promise something. That compound most likely won't be in the last zone, so it will be only a rest for some seconds. And right here's Skyline for the horror team, being super close to 90 Millennium. And here we go, straight on the other side at the left-hand compound in the zone. And HR pushing over. Oh my god, Helbaga almost got him. Nade, good nade. Lot of damage done. And now HR has to be really careful. 90 Millennium, a little bit damage there, but they can pick up the teammates as they are in an off angle. And it seems as they are both retreating a little bit from each other. Hariki still holding it tight. Hariki.
Got him.
Oh, low HP. Got that enemy.
Got the deployable shields here. Very smart. Use those to push up, but right now we're using it for cover to make sure not to get thirsted. So looks like we are at a standoff for the time being, as these players are trying to decide, do we get the pickup? Do we continue to push? Do we toss out some grenades? So we'll get back to that fight, as down here in the south, I mean, talk about a dangerous neighborhood. We got, what, 4 teams in the area? And then I saw a solo in the fields, just snaking it, trying to survive, not be spotted. So things are heating up here as we get into the late game of Erangel. Still 11 teams left.
Yeah, back at the Gladiators here. Northern location, close to the zone, so easy to rotate over. Ooh, juicy headshot there against Cringe. Metal with some plans to get some further kills here. 4 kills on the count. And Team Unique was already in one of those buildings in the center. And now look at the minimap. HR just breaching in like the team did before. And this is straight the fight between Team Unique and PKS. And they are super close
HR
to
in the
each other.
background, you see him? Just
Yeah.
trying to find a spot just to call home. I believe that's
And Sasha made it. Look at this in the Wizard Tower.
Wow. Talk about the YOLO send.
Yeah, there is his teammate. And it seems as he made it as well. Very good position, but in a few seconds he might have to move again. And Decent with another knockdown. GG. Going for some kills. Proof here getting pushed, but they got that enemy player, Sadix from the PKS team. AW Monty. Ooh.
Love the mess.
And there we got it in action. And 2 for 9.
The double? Ah, so close. The tuck and roll with the deployable shield. I mean, talk about
fire
the
damage.
reflexes right here. That
That
was
guy
impressive.
is so lucky with 1 HP and barely got away as this SLR-C2 ticked him almost to death. He now returns the fire, gets another one,
Got him.
Helbaga.
Oh,
Oh,
and
good
the
treat.
thirst. My goodness, Cobalt is just popping off. It looks like Driver kind of stuck over here. The solo for their team. And M is cooking a grenade. Gonna be tossing it right in the dip. Is that good? There it is. Decent
Almost got
done.
the double. But Mattel could roll away just in a second, and the vehicle explodes there as well. And now he for sure knows that there's someone pretty close, and the zone is again centered in between those teams. That is happening so frequent at New State that you never know where it will end up, but most likely there where not a single team is at, and in parallel further fights are happening, and this guy waits patiently while we could see another elimination done here by the Kitsune from the
Drivers
Sirens
in
team.
the zone too. I mean, look
Yeah.
at the positioning, and not only that, if the Gladiators want to toss a grenade, they really got to pinpoint where Driver is. So I love Driver's spot right here. Very curious if Driver can survive just a little longer, because remember, a 9th place is 0 placement points still.
Yeah, that is the crazy thing. We are still at 9 teams, and now PKS getting pushed here finally by Team Unique. From my opinion, a little bit late. And now it is Skyline there for HR, not getting hit. Well, how was that possible? Dodging all those shots, and now Team
See
Unique
ya.
getting shot here. Oh,
Wow.
oh, he was hitting the wall there. And
Oh,
this is Troi
driver.
from the backpack. Oh, almost got the double. Oh, that would have been crazy. Now PKS struggling as they are in the blue zone, taking a lot of damage. Funny, driving around. Will he make it? And Team Unique with the early move over was better there, but now they are stuck in the blue zone as well. And the center team, it is Team Temperament out of nowhere, being there super close to the center, now losing here one. And look at the other side, they're all getting shot from behind as they are not aware. There are so many teams being stuck in the blue zone, healing up. And Akaza, one of the two last players for PKS, made it safely in. And he is also pretty close to the next zone. And yeah, done and dusted Team Temperament. I thought they had a very good spot, and now they are down to one player. And at the end of the day, it is Infinity Ward here on the high ground, or is it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's 3 players.
Ooh, they're sending one over here to maybe get involved, try to get the run over here, and maybe do a little investigating. Ah, so close. I would have ran through that smoke right there. But remember, Infinity Ward, this was a team that was really playing this game nice and slow, nice and steady. And now they're kind of getting the reward off of that. You know, they let their opponents take each other out while they can just stroll into that late game with 4 still alive. So interesting strategy from that team. And got to say, definitely playing in their favor here in game number 1.
Definitely. That position was also huge. If you just sum up the amount of vehicles at this tower, there were so many teams and they have fight their way into the zone. And now they have a very good position here. And we got here still the gladiators in the game. Mattel and over here trying to get better into the zone. Oh, nice. Ball of smoke there. Oh my god, look at this. And the double. He drove over the second guy. So it is a 2 versus 3 disadvantage situation here, but they still can make it. Can GG clutch this? That would be really crazy. They were down to 2 players, and with the huge MG5, they have definitely enough shooting potential. And now Kafka trying to get closer to them with the M7. Molotov can help him. Oh, damage done with the nade, and the first one getting knocked by Saman. It's only one guy for GG. He's getting pushed, and Kafka can't find the target. The enemy turns around. Mattel now in the 1 versus 1 situation. He was in the 1 versus 3. The nade of the enemy could end that already. Let's see. It bounced too far. It is still a 1 versus 1 situation. Is he going for the pickup of his teammate? Yes, he is, and then it would be a 2 versus 1 advantage, but for sure the enemy will call that in. And the enemy is going for the pickup there as well. 30 seconds until the zone will close in, so still a lot of time left. And they have been faster. Pre-fires the 3 and for sure can't hit them. And he has no grenade left but a Molotov.
Yeah.
And if they come a little bit closer to each other, that Molotov could save their win here. Let's see, 2 versus 2, it couldn't be closer here. Enemy gets into vehicle, search for further cover. And now they are moving closer to each other. They're getting a little bit flanked. Someone there in these smokes. Can they read that correctly? He will be soon at the edge, trying to jump to look over the smoke. We could see that there in the distance. And now Silva in the vehicle. Oh, and it pays off again. Like in the early game, baiting and killing. And now they can strike back. First knockdown, it's only Sama now. And it's looking really good for GG as they are closer to the center. And now it's a 2 versus 1. Enemy gets out of the cover, gets shot. And that's the W. GG for the Gaming Gladiators here in the first match. How many kills? That were a lot. Yeah,
a lot.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Love it. I love that little chicken right there. And honestly, I believe like there's a lot to unpack in that game. But in the end game, the winning kind of decision, in my opinion, from the Gladiators was their decision to thirst that player from Infinity Ward that was on their knees crawling. And I'm mentioning this because that player was relaying the intel back to their teammates. Like, hey, they're over here. Throw a grenade right there. Once when they took out that information, then they had the advantage with their MG5 and M249 and the Gladiators just cleaning it up there in the late game. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. And Infinity Ward, with that grenade, which bounced too far, if that nade hits, it would have been over already, and they would have won it, and not even gifted any further kills to the enemies. But now, AW here, 3 further kills, 4 further placement points. That's 7 points more just from this 20-second gameplay there. So that was definitely worth there to look at the nade, He even looked where the nade was flying. That was very smart. And then picking up the teammate, he was a little bit faster than the enemy. Just imagine if Infinity Ward did go for the pickup earlier, they could have just pushed over one left side, one right side, and it would be hard for the AW team or for the GG team there to withstand that push. And
Yeah.
that was definitely nice to see. And they, Gaming Gladiators, you called it at the beginning.
Hey, thanks for giving me my flowers, man. Thank you, because I was waiting for it, man. The Gladiators, I just loved when we started to see them in that mid game, how they were just holding down so much terrain with their 2-2 splits, and just focusing on not the current zone, but the zone ahead. You can tell they were always prepared. If the zone was to hard shift, they were already near their vehicles, ready to go, ready to find that new position. So I really do appreciate how the Gladiators were just their head on a swivel. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1. We'll be back with more New State. Don't go anywhere. Right back after the break.
Welcome back, everybody. The first round was a blast, and we saw at the end of the day Gaming Gladiators winning the first round. And during the highlights, you all could see that again. It was not easy for them. During their rotations towards the upcoming zones, they had to fight. They won their multiple fights while moving over into the zone where teams did move earlier, and they shot them straight in the back. And this was crazy to see. And very close fight there also happening in these ridges where they got almost blown up by the 90 Millennium player. And at the end of the day, again, a crazy vehicle push over straight to the opposite
Yeah.
side of the zone. That was kind of crazy to see. So that is definitely well deserved. But you guys were right. They had a very good early game position. And at the end of the day, the game yeah, did celebrate that with their a lot of kills at the end. And soon you will have a look at the scoreboard. And I have no clue which team will be first. I guess the Gaming Gladiators will be at least top three with their 10
Yeah.
placement points and a lot of kills. But also further teams, 80 Pro Esports did do a lot of kills, not the best placement. They will be somewhere top midfield, I guess. And I'm curious where we will find Team Unique. We saw them at the beginning 1, 2 times in the kill feed, but as I said, if they don't come into the game with an early fight, will they be able to fight later? No. They did
Yeah.
move like chaotic out of that house a little bit earlier than the other team. It was PKS. And yeah, that's it. So let's check out the scoreboard. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
It's your team, Gaming Gladiators. First chicken dinner, 19 points in total. So they were able to get 9 kills. Not the craziest amount. I guess we will see a little bit higher amounts even later, but 10 placement points on top. 19 points, that's a very good way to start for them. And Infinity Ward on the second position. And Team Unique, they had 10 kills.
Yeah.
Look at this, only 2 placement points. Just imagine they would have taken that position and get first. How many kills they would have taken? That is crazy. They are super close towards the first team, and they are even with Infinity Ward, followed by Implement with 11, PKS 9, then two teams there with 7 points. Irons being ahead of 80 Pro Esports with 1 point. So 80 Pro Esports, it will be now. Next game should be on Lakna, and I already can tell you what's going to happen there. 80 Pro Esports, as far as I could see, that will be their strongest map. But also the other teams being on the second page of the scoreboard with 6 points, for example, Horror Team. It's only 13 points. For a win, you're getting 10 placement points. So if one of those teams is able to win at least one further round, they will jump straight into the first positions. So what is your guess? What do you expect from the second round after seeing now the scoreboard?
Yeah, yeah. Great question, man. I'm a real believer in momentum and just team snowballing, right? And what I mean by that, Gladiators, an amazing performance game number one. Almost enough points equivalent to two chickens, by the way, because a chicken dinner gets you 10 points. But I believe with the amount of points they were able to acquire in game one, they're going to be feeling a lot more confident, a lot more relaxed heading into Lagna. So, really going to be having my eyes on the Gladiators to see how they perform here on this next map, if they can kind of continue to snowball with their performance that we saw in game number one.
You're definitely right. Gaming Gladiators for me now with that match, definitely a top three team. And also on Lakna, they will do good. And yeah, this will be the next setup. It will be Lakna getting played. One nice thing to mention, maybe 80 Pro Esports as well as the Sirens, both I think with 6 or 7 kills, no placement points. So there you can straight see
Oof.
how important those kills are. Even if you don't get into the top 8, yeah, with 7 kills, that's 7 points. So it is definitely not over after one round, even if you didn't collect any placement point. So let's see if these teams can collect now more kills than, for example, the Gaming Gladiators or Unique or even the Infinity Ward team. It is Lakna, very open map. That will
Yeah,
be very,
I love this map.
yeah, I
By the
love it
way,
as well.
it has the big sun shield, spaceship wreck. That's one of the big focal points of the map. But not only that, this map really provides a nice opportunity for these mid to long range fights. And in game number one, we already saw a lot of players utilizing the Mini 14, which I did like to see with like the 6 times, the 8 times on it. But I know you mentioned in the pre-show you're the Balti player, man. So please tell me from the professional Stormi Balti player, what can we expect here on Logna?
Yeah, on Lakna, we will definitely see a sniper duel right there, mid game to the early late game. Late game, for sure, classical SMGs and some ARs. a lot of teams will now switch over from SMG DMR to AR DMR setup, but there will be definitely some players having their Tommy gun and maybe a Vector here. And what also will happen is we will see more hot drops at the beginning. As you know, all those places at the edge of the map are cities where you can drop easily. We have one broken city somewhere towards the center. I guess one team will go over there as well. But at the edges, at the classical spots, and yeah, we will see there definitely some hot drops happening. And that's what we are doing usually. Getting over
Yeah.
to, for example, Valley, my most favorite here on this map, and picking up straight a single bolt sniper and then getting to a high ground towards the center and catching those guys in their rotation. And again, like last time on Erangel, we will see different tactics being used by those different teams. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Gaming Gladiators can manage to get into a good center spot, but most likely you have no hard cover here. There are only a few buildings, and depending on the zone, you have to play it from a very open position, which will be completely different to watch than Erangel, and also will be different than Akinta, which we will see as the upper next round.
Yeah, looking forward to Akinta coming up next just because we did recently have that new addition to the north side of the map. Quick update. Waiting on 3 more players to join the lobby. Then we'll be in map number 2, baby. Oh, bring it back. They joined. Hey, let's get it. Game number 2, New State Mobile Summer Series with Stormi and Dave bringing it in hot here.
Yeah, we can see that flight already over Valley, so some teams definitely will go over there. Starting on the bottom right side, it is Gaming Gladiators being here in a hot drop position together with Team 14 Union. Oh, that could be dangerous, but they have fighted very good last game, so there should be still warm plate and now fight them. And we can see their further hot positions. Look at the T-cross, that is the position southern center with the big road there. There are 2 or even 3 teams. That is a crazy spot there. 90 Millennium PKS there, and also Infinity Ward a little bit splitting away towards that villa where Mavrodi is driving over. That could be an interesting meetup there in the center position, but the hot position definitely here on the bottom right side of the map. And this is one ticks from SCP already getting shot, but this is not the first knockdown. We already can see a teammate of him. He's getting pushed and got him. And the grenade from Wanted, that was, oh my god, he got revenge
2v2.
there. Yeah, it's a 3v2.
2v2.
Sandrix and 2v2 soon, maybe is 3v3 again. Metal going for the pickup there, but they should be faster, SCP, and that would be a disaster for GG if they get killed here very early.
There we go.
Massacre pushing over. They have to cancel that pickup. Oh, 13 HP. He's further getting pushed.
Uzi spray down. The
And it's on Matil.
Uzi up close and personal like that. I mean,
And that's
it
it.
just shreds, and that is not how you want to start game number 2 for the first place
my
team in the
God.
lobby. Gladiators right there, hot dropping and getting taken out here very early on by
I cannot
SCP
believe it.
Union, man. Listen, I think when we talk about the leaderboards, it's okay though, because they did have
Definitely.
19 points, so they had room to work with. But the thing is, game number 3, if that happens to Gladiators again, that's gonna hurt, man. That is gonna hurt.
Yeah, hopefully they take a step further and their momentum is not killed completely.
Yeah.
While we are spectating here, 90 Millennium knocked player, one already done dusted for them, and he's trying to get to the rooftop to pick up that guy. That is a very good position here on the long building. A lot of cover, but they have to be careful. The longer this fight that this T-Cross city takes, the harder it will get for them. We have a southern located zone, so all those hills next to them, and this is a warehouse right on this hill, will be set up with players. So like in 4, 5, 6 minutes, there will be a lot of snipers watching straight this little city. And if you're not able to loot it fast, and they are not because they are fighting, you will get killed and shot from this high ground next to it. And they are still fighting. PKS is going for the pickup here as well. Ooh, almost bleeded out. So we are ending up here in another 3 versus 3 fight. And I think both teams will get punished here soon from the hills next to it. But let's see. Maybe they can somehow strike back.
And the issue is it's early game, so the utility, the armor, the meds, the grenades from both of these teams not looking the best right now. So really, one of these teams, they need to come out on top and then start to loot as they look forward. But over here, Team Unique, we saw them game number 1. a lot of kills. It looks like they're going to be out there in the distance. Meanwhile, the team, one of their players at least, customized M249 with the shield. Doing a little bit of roll and pull in action here, preparing for what's at hand, what's about to happen here. They are aware of their position. See some grenades in hand, so we'll have to pay attention to that because Funny over here with the shotgun looking to defend their second story window as well.
Yeah, and in parallel, we could see in the kill feed that knockdown with the grenade, and now we got it here on screen. Team Unique with their first elimination. That brings down the team to only 3 players remaining, but I think they are in a safe spot. Are they in the same building? Can't really see it right now. And the zone starts to close already in 15 seconds. So as you can see, this is a little bit faster pace than Erangel, and the Kinta will be even a little bit faster. So we will see a lot of kills happening soon. And there's the first respawn by the HR teams. And in the later stage, we will see on this map big airdrops containing 1,500 drone credits. So that is a free double respawn if you take the risk and try to get over to the big drop early. I mean, that's a common tactic we are doing as well. But at this tournament, it will be covered by some teams. And here we are at AW versus Nix Gaming. Nix Gaming last time, early fight at Novo. Again, an early fight, and they are pretty far in the north. That is almost the most northern located position here on Lakna. Yeah. And that's a standoff, and this could kill their complete game. You don't have that much loot. You can't rotate early over, and especially on Lakna, every bridge will be taken later. And I'm not sure if that is good to wait here or just try to get away. That would be the thing I do. And look at the minimap. There's another team getting closer.
Yeah.
Third party.
Yeah. And both these teams, they've been in this standoff. This is what we were talking about, in this standoff for so long that they don't really have a lot of utility to work with here. Meanwhile, the team that is pulling up from behind, which I believe is Unique, they are looted. Unique. They're looted. They're geared up. They're ready to go. So they're going to have the advantage and the one-up over here on these two teams who...
And you can see it on the minimap. They don't care. They just push over. And now Force Party is getting closer to the station next to them. And now Team Unique is here. They knock down the player, and they don't care if there's one team or two. And they just push over. And now NM, as well as PKS, has to fight against Unique. And that could be a crazy start if they cleared it up here. You can see there on the left-hand side, Rolik with another M249. Trival a little bit in the back position. And they try to hold it now, but Unique is getting over with all the utility. Another good nade there. Funny getting knocked. It's only one guy, and they pushed in. That's a different team, but they don't care. Team Unique with the double, and now it's 90 Millennium down to driver only, and PKS also down to 1 or 2 players on the other side. And yeah, what can they do? There's nothing they can do as Team Unique keeps on going. And now we are back at this house here in the blue zone, and it seems as AW is really taking the note and trying to get away from here. That is the best thing what they could do. Even they leave one player there, they should not really care. They should try to get some drone credits. And here we are back at Unique, and now Rolik has to be careful, but because he could also get respawned back in the north. And AW, what are you doing? You want to rotate or you want to gatekeep, but don't do both in the blue zone. That never works off, and now they can at least strike back. Eggbug there is knocked down. It should work out for them as 2 enemy players are knocked. Morky also knocked, and it's only Sinjiel being the last man standing now, trying to run away. There are some boats at the coast, so he might get into better position. And the team is the revive of Stasia, so they will be polished again very soon. And now Frozen got eliminated. Back at Team Unique here. They have to be really careful as there's a Force Party waiting in their back. But it exactly that happened, like I mentioned before. 4 or 5 minutes, and then some guys will be on the high ground next to it. They knock one, and they straight push down. And then, yeah, you lost the game already in the early game, not being able to loot fast enough. And now Rolik is aware that there's someone close. And here Xwell Rendezvous on the other high ground, next to the middle space station. Very nice position. One of our favorite ones we are playing very often because you can see far over the max range of 400 meter. And right next to them, they have to be careful. That is the Sunrise team being down the hill, and in parallel, Leo's team, the team fighting. Oh, that's another green flare
right there. Yeah, I mean, those two teams in the north really kind of underestimating the blue, spending a lot of time in that standoff. Honestly, I don't see either of them surviving, and if they do, maybe only a solo. So it's definitely going to set them back a couple pegs. Now, the team that I'm looking at here this game has to be Unique just because the Gladiators, we saw them early on, they got taken out. So this match really Unique's game to climb up the leaderboards and maybe even get that first place spot here. I do like how they're being really aggressive. So
Yeah.
shout out to Unique here, recognizing that they have the opportunity to get first place here in this game, just because the Gladiators did go out earlier.
Yeah, great position. Also being in the center of the next zone, of the second phase here already. That is a huge zone, but now they lose a player, and it is a kill. Oh, Sky Team finishing off that guy. I think that was the Unique player moving a little bit away. I'm not sure what his plan was. Maybe going for an airdrop, as we will see pretty soon one. But now they have to be careful. I mean, they have 5 kills, but if they get eliminated right now, it's also only 5 points. And
True.
if they want to take over the first position, that will be difficult. Now, Skyline here. Can he hit the shots?
Ooh.
Enemies almost at render distance.
Couple shots over here. HR, we saw them game number 1. They had the really lucky YOLO send in that late game that really helped them survive a little longer and get some placement points. But over here, the team out here in the fields. Looking for
Infinity
some
Ward,
kills.
the vehicles blown up.
Oh, got him.
Nice one.
So they did lose one of their players really early on. So right now, I think the mission, just try to get as much credits as possible and get that teammate back in it.
Also have the big airdrop here. So they just have respawned the player. That guy got shot out of midair. And now they should be able to collect more drone credits as they are in a super drop. So they will have more than enough. And we can see during the rotations right now, there's not that much space in the zone. The next zone is shifted to the right-hand side. So still that position at the T-Cross was inside. Look at the move of Team Unique. How the hell did they get that fast tomorrow? Now looting some further houses to get enough drone credits, respawn the player on the net, and then move back into the next phase. Third zone. Easy position, and I guess they will take over one of the high grounds there. Not all the hills were taken yet, and we all saw that before happening. They got an easy kill from the high ground, so that's where they will keep on going, but a little bit break for them, like through 3, 4, 5 minutes, respawning the teammate. And here at the right-hand side edge, we got their Infinity Ward, HR, and further teams. And here, the Sirens. Ooh, still close to Valley, and this is not the position where you want to stay at this later phase already of the game, because there are only 2 vehicle spawns. Okay, they got a vehicle secured here, so they did move over, and then you can move pretty easy way, because you mentioned it already, the other teams in the northern location, pretty long distance to move, and from Valley over there, that is also kind of long distance. And now further shots towards a bike. Can they kill him? They already did do some damage. Further damage done. The enemy is 1 shot. Oh, almost 1 shot, like 5 HP remaining.
So close.
Oh, nice follow-up there.
So close. And kind of going back to Unique, I know you mentioned their play. That's the difference between Unique and a couple of these other teams. Like, they're not looking to just turtle up, hide in a compound, and wait it out. You know, they're trying to be proactive. Like you mentioned, they pulled out of zone where they were. They got some credits. They got their teammate back. So they're definitely being proactive while other teams are just kind of sitting on their hands almost. But over here, Team 11, the Sunrise. Natsu looking for the pull-up right now with the Uzi. Little 1v1 action. Going to be letting that one rip, and there we go. Natsu with the double here. 2 points in the pocket.
And the very interesting thing, that guy did even switch before killing the enemy into first-person perspective. So common perspective here is TPP. That is so nice to see. And Detsu, his teammate, tries to get the last player of the AW team. They are down to 1 player, and now the blue zone catches up. So the enemies can maybe gatekeep them. And here back at AT Pro Esports, they found another team, Team Temperament. Ooh, nice shots. He switches over to the window. Hannes here can't get a knockdown. And AW, it's only Eggbug down to 22 HP, and now he's the crazy chicken there in the open. So many teams shooting them, and Paralylix, well, they're shooting Natsu. Oh, that's not looking good for all those teams. You said it before, those teams rotating in last, they have almost no chance to get into the zone beside maybe 1 player, and there they lose another one. It's only Natsu now, and W, they're also driving close by. Oh, that's the end. 3 got eliminated. So, Netty Wild should be out. We're down to 12 teams and 36 players. And Team Unique, look at their moves. Southern Edge taking high ground. And there's another team in front of them. Why they are moving away from that good position? That could be horrible if they get shot from them.
Looks like
the team loses.
Just trying to like clean up over here, right?
Oh.
As many points as possible. Very interesting fight over here. This is the Sirens on the high ground, looking to jump down, looking to get some elims right there up against the team. And it looks like the Sirens able to get 4.
It's only one guy in the blue zone, super low HP. I don't think he makes it out of it. Maybe if enough healing utility is there in the field, but that will be a hard one. And the next zone is shifted really to the high ground, and we will see a crazy zone right here at the end. You have such a huge high to low ground difference here on Lakna on these positions. It will be crazy, that fight. And here we go. Oh, Infinity Ward with a good nade, not knocking down the enemy. They're already down to 2 players. No Tron credits in the bank, so they can't respawn unless they squad by the enemies there. SCP Union. So far, 3 players there. Can they get them? 2 versus 3 disadvantage.
Oh.
And
Watch out.
Playa getting pushed by 2.
Hello.
Tries to get into cover. Oh, can't get a single one. Playa knocked. And the teammates.
No chance.
That might happen to them as well. And here we are.
This one looking
Trying to get over to 1-6.
Oh,
Pre-fires the enemy. Couldn't see him there. Oh, and he hears all the footsteps around him, on top of him. That guy is going crazy. Whoa, don't shoot the wall like that, bro. And he's getting naded from Ogus. That guy is done and dusted. It's only Silva from the Infinity Ward team. Oh, that is 80 Pro Esports. We saw that happening. They preached over. And they are down to 3 players. And Frozen is super low. They have to be very careful now. He's trying to push his teammate a little
just a
bit
little
forward.
further. In the smokes, man. In the
I'm not-
smokes, man. Come on.
Don't block me here. I don't want to get shot.
What a spot. But over here, the Sirens still kind of just trucking along here. Looks like they do have the whole team up. They might be able to get a little cliffside for cover. There's going to be a team right ahead of them. I believe that's Temp over here. Might have the upper hand on them. But I really do like this cliffside. They need to watch out, though, because there is a solo behind them, Natsu, who might be able to backstab. So hopefully the Sirens will be paying attention to that. But it doesn't even matter because Cringe out here just hitting these shots.
Yep, Xwell got eliminated. And, oh, they saw him. Nice shots from Cringe. And Natsu got him, but now they were aware and Natsu getting eliminated. So that is the thing that happens here so often. You start to shoot, and for another angle, you're completely open and will get knocked very soon after. But did you see on the map screen, Team Unique have again the center position, 5th phase, and they have one of the best positions. Last time they were a little bit at the edge, but this time I'm feeling very confident that they can stay at this position until the end. And that would mean that they can get a lot of kills, as all those guys will be around on low ground.
Yeah.
And quite on the open.
Yeah, Team Unique
maybe with
really
some
playing
vehicles.
this one nice and slow and really favoring position over here. Heads up play right there, by the way, from Cringe. Yikes. But Cringe popping the tires, right, of the opponents right there to just eliminate that utility that they'll most likely want to use in a late game. So very smart little micro play right there.
And there you can see the huge position of Team Unique. They have taken over that high ground.
Replay.
And there we see the knockdown.
Look at these shots.
The
Look at these
strike back.
shots, dude.
I love this map. No cap, this map is so insane, and you don't have something comparable to that on other Battle Royale games. Such an open and such a far distance. I mean, max range is 400 meter. This map would give you even like 1 kilometer visibility
Big
range.
fight.
Oh, and they are pushing over. SCP getting pushed here by HR at the edge. Zone is coming, but they should be inside. Yeah, Naylord getting here now pushed.
UMP.
Oh, you're taking damage.
And a dream.
Oh, nice move.
Oh, look at the zone. Disgusting. Unique right there in the middle. This is Unique's game to win. I mean, they got the high ground, right? So definitely their game to win. But over here, the battle. Who will survive? Who will make it into that next play zone here? We got 6 teams to go. So whoever gets taken out right here, right now, only 2 placement points. Team 3, HR, looking to push. Looking to take out SCP Union here. Can they do it?
Yeah, and HR is already pretty low HP. You can see that like 3, 4, 5 seconds through the blue zone. The damage is so huge, and in parallel, Unique just farming kills from the high ground. Nice grenade, maybe. Anka didn't get hit there. It got blocked. But still, SCP waiting in front of them. And look at Silva still being sneaky next to them from the Infinity Ward team. Getting slightly pushed by Skyline, but Skyline not moving really over. And now it's only 5 seconds until they have to move. And now Sasha taking over the lead for the team, being in full squad
Hello.
here, pushes over with the DMR. He got respawned. That's why he didn't have a different gun there. Couldn't make it. 3 team player mates remaining.
Okay.
And they have such a good position, the enemies, and they will be all cleared up by Unique. And that's Naylord getting there. One at least inside. Quantix right next to him. They got early out of the building.
Wow.
Very nice, and that's the elimination. But now look at this. Team Unique clearing it up. But Sneaky Mavrodi, he made it out of this warehouse. However, he's still in the game. His teammate Skyline struggling now to get away from the blue zone. And he has huge backstep position towards Team Unique. But they are aware. They heard him preaching over. They can hear the footsteps now. And Sabishek on top of him will catch him pretty soon. And that was the nice replay.
Yeah.
Nice move.
Shout out to Neolord right there, by the way, recognizing the importance of getting that flush, you know, securing that kill point, definitely helping out their team here tenfold. So great play.
Yeah, kill point and another placement point, definitely worth it. And still one guy made it inside, and Sabishek being completely nervous there on the hill. He wants to get that kill. They are at 15 kills already. Ooh, that will be a high
15.
point round. And
that's insane.
That will cause that they take over. GG. Clearly,
Yeah,
they
didn't
get any points or only 1 point for the killing at the beginning. And here the circle closes in 15 seconds. We are down to 4 teams. And Avalon here, they have the best position. They just have to maintain it. Now Mavrodi getting out of the blue. Instant
jump
spotted.
down with the P90.
Frolic.
Love the P90,
nice
man.
Jump shot. But now you can see there the high to low ground difference here. If you jump down, you're instant death. And yeah, I'm curious if the Sky team has there some healing utility. That could also work off. Counter healing in the blue zone. That works pretty well here as well. Also cringe there. They won't be able to get any further kills here, I guess. And Proven Seer already seeing the vehicle at the airdrop. Not aware. Now he sees the enemy. M2 for 9.
Done.
Bloody's
Cringe.
done.
Look at that. Cringe getting second place confirmed right there. Second place gets you 6 points. So GG's to them. But Team Unique, Stormi, you were talking about this team in the pre-show. You were hyping them up. You were saying this is the team that we should be looking out for here. And my goodness, game number 2, a massive amount of kills. Plus the winner, chicken dinner here, Stormi.
Yeah, crazy round. 18 kills secured in a single round by Team Unique. With their 10 kills from the first game, they had 28 points just from doing kills. And this time, I don't even know where they were able to collect these 18 points, because they have the time to go back to Maro in the southern position and respawn their teammate just casually in between doing some kills. So that was a great play by them. They got well-deserved at the high ground position in the center with their kills they have done before, and there was not a single team trying to take over that high ground in the mid-game, and that's why they've totally deserved that win on this map. And I'm now super excited to see what's happening on the next map, because now the teams have to strike back. We are 2 matches in, 3 to come, still everything possible. But Team Unique with that 18 kill round, I'm curious if we will see a 20 bomb today. That would be awesome. I mean, we're doing sometimes even up 70, 75 kills in a single match of 64 players because of all those respawns. That just is already the amount you can get there theoretically. So still a lot of points to go on the 3 remaining maps. But this was a crazy round from Team Unique. And a little bit disappointing for me was the AT Pro Esports team in the group stage and semifinals. That was definitely their best map. And this time they got over to the satellite station and got catch there at the edge. They didn't have the luck with the zone, and I guess they ended up like 7th, 8th position with some kills for sure. We will see how they are doing on the scoreboard. Still in a close range to the first positions, but now Team Unique should have taken over the first position. Also the Sirens, another good and solid round. Not sure which position exactly yet, but Cringe second, if I'm right. And they had in the mid game like 5 kills already, so that will be like 11 to 15, maybe a little bit more points. They will definitely get closer to the top 3, and that's what I saw before already. They played the semifinals. They had a really, really good round. I think it was already on the Erangel, the first round. And they are really, really well playing every round, not straight a 20 kill round, but let's see. So that's it for the first round. It was a blast, or the second round. We are getting into our second break right now. And hopefully, guys, getting excited. Share the stream with your friends. And I'll be back together with Dave pretty soon. Welcome back, everybody. That was the second round, and that was a completely crazy one. And we saw definitely some differences to the first round, which got played on Erangel. So, what do you think, Dave? What was your most favorite moment out of the round? In the first round, when I think back, it was that Molotov in that little house. What was your most favorite point in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
round?
That was a good one. I think I think gladiators getting taken out early is a good thing for us, the viewers, the spectators, because that's going to make it a really close race and start to kind of get that rivalry going on between the gladiators and Team Unique. We're starting to see two teams really thrive right now in the lobby. So that's going to heat up here without a doubt. So I think that's my favorite storyline right now going on is the two titans here of the lobby as it's starting to heat up.
Yeah, clearly. And I'm curious if we will see now a third Titan maybe stepping up on the next map. It will be Akinta. And before we jump into it, we will definitely have a look at the scoreboard. And Akinta can be crazy, but can be also quite common zone towards the center. I mean, Lakna, the zone was pretty much towards the edge. You don't see it too often. So thank you, Crafton. That was a nice, entertaining zone. Hopefully, we see a similar one on Akinta. And what do you think from the recent gameplay which we have seen? Which team, beside the two Titans, how you have called them, do you think would be able maybe to step up now on Akinta? And they have to step up. And I hope we see
Yeah,
a clash of three teams for sure.
yeah, that's a great question, and I'm thinking going back to what we were talking about momentum. I think this last game, besides Team Unique, kind of getting that momentum, the Sirens are kind of
Yeah.
starting to show up here, and that shows on the leaderboard because now the Sirens. Look at this here, Stormi, second place by only 1 point. So, like we said, game one, Gladiators momentum, but game two, they got taken out really early on. So that might actually affect their momentum. Meanwhile, the Sirens, game number two, finally starting to heat up.
Yeah, with their six placement points and their additional kills, that was insane. So they didn't have the most screen time, but they have done consistent kills in the first game, in the second, and if they keep on doing that in the third, and just imagine Team Unique would now get kicked out early, then even the Sirens without a chicken dinner so far can take over a very, very good position. And if we look at the midfield, like from position 10 towards position 4, yeah, it's only 8 points. That
It's
is
close.
nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's close. It's close, right? All it takes is one really good game, and you'll be right up there at the top. The thing is, the issue is Team Unique, 40 points. I mean, that is insane. 40 points already with almost, what, 2 wins gap between them and second place. So, honestly, Sirens, Gladiators, Infinity Ward, you got some work. You got to put in some work here on Akinta and really show up to play catch up for Team Unique in that first place spot.
Yeah, definitely. The Team Unique will be now the hunted one. Last round it was Gaming Gladiators. One team successfully found them in the early game. And now Akinta. Quite a small map comparing it to Erangel. And still a lot of places where you can drop it. So I expect some hot drops to happen, but not at every place. And it is highly depending on the path of the flight, where those teams have to go at. If we
Mm-hmm.
see an edge flight, that happens like 50%, I would say, a little bit less maybe. If we see an edge fight, we will see a lot of hot drops and then everything can happen. Then Team Unique can go out of the early game 14 kills or without any kill. So
Yeah,
Akinta
and
is
you know what?
crazy.
Another thing with Akinta is the new addition, right, to Temple and Channel up there to the north. So really curious to see if we'll have that in play. But ladies and gentlemen, the lobby is now getting started. All the players are loaded up, getting ready to board that plane here for map number 3 of the summer series. I'm looking forward to it. Stormy, give me your hot prediction, man. What team, in Stormy's opinion, is getting this winner chicken dinner here in game number 3?
I still believe in the 80 Pro Esports team. They have done 11 kills, only one placement point. So I think right now, next game on Akinta will be in their favor. Hopefully, it is a different team than the first three, so that we can see maybe four teams fighting against each other on the last two maps. And yeah, now we're getting already over It is
Let's go.
starting match 3 with Dave and me, Stormi, right here on a Quinta.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. So the Sirens, pretty good game number 2 on Lakna. Feeling it here, starting to heat up as we head into match number 3, the midway point of today's finals, the New State Mobile Summer Series. So let's see if they can show up here in game number 3 and get some pretty solid points, right, to play catch up on the overall leaderboard.
Did I just talk about the match flight? Look at this flight. It is nailing it through the center,
You
straight
called
to
it.
the center of the map. So I think we won't see that many hot drops to happen here. We might see some there at Movandi. I can see at least some teams getting over there. Central, you would expect Central, biggest city, somewhere very close to the center, that there will be a lot of teams going to. No, that is most likely not the case. Most teams go a little bit safer, but the funny thing is that is happening like every time on a Quinta. All those teams are like 80% jumping off on the first half. You can see it
Yeah.
straight here. That is crazy.
Yeah, a shout out right here to the team for going to Temple, making Dave proud over here. Going to be looting that new spot. And look at the different play styles. Unique, the last team to drop out the plane in Shoreline. And look at that. They have such a big buffer between them and everybody else to work with. But let's get into the map because we got some fights here erupting on a Quinto.
Yeah, Team Unique, again, being in the first zone causes that they can easy peasy loot it and then already look for a center point to go at and farm some kills. 90 Millennium has nailed it. With Paradiso, there is a great loot and they are in the center. And this position is really hard to take over if you're pushing from the outer sides. And we saw it already on Erangel. They have split there to 4 positions on the high ground and trying to get a lot of the map and trying to hold it. And that is exactly the thing they can do right now there at Paradiso. Ooh, and we lost already one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the mini map in the top corner. Disgusting. There's so many teams right on top of each other, and I can't even imagine they have enough credits just in case things don't go their way. But ladies and gentlemen, talking about credits, well, type in that code at the top of the screen right now. Claim it. 100 people can claim one code each. So get it while it's hot. And we got a couple of casts going on at the same time. We got the English one here, we got a Turkish one, and a Arabic one. So it's definitely going to be going quick here. As Agent dropping down with the M249, the spray through the window right here, but quickly getting turned on.
Oh, and that's it already. Squad by 4 kills on the count right here at Central. So NW taking over Central here, and that is Netty Wild, your guess from the first round. And with 4 kills, not a single player died there. They might take over this round. If they can now take over that momentum, they have definitely gained here at Central, because at Central, even if you win the fight, it doesn't happen too often that you survive it as a full squad.
Yeah, and not only that, though, fortunate for them, they are still trucking along, but they have a nice spot in Central to possibly gatekeep all those teams that are in the South, not in the zone. So hopefully they can set up a nice little camp here and just prepare for what's ahead. But talking about preparing, Limbo, M249 right here. Limbo from Temp, back against the wall, looking to defend up against Rhodey, but Rhodey quickly recognizing this is not the spot they want to be in, and yep, from behind, Rhodey connected on.
Yep, my Rhodey got surrounded by Team Temperament, and now Limbo finishing off that guy. AW also in the fight here. We can see there's 3 different teams pretty close to each other, and Detsu and his teammate trying to get away already. They are down to 2 players. Oh, and that will be a hard one. They have 460 drone creds. I'm not sure how many Rikium have. But they have definitely to collect a lot. And here on Akinta, we don't have the big airdrops, so it is harder to collect those drone credits. But let's see. And we are back here at the city in the fight between AW, PKS, and Rikium is already on the ground.
This is insane. We got 3 teams over here. So Mike trying to hold down this second story with the L8, looking for the intel, but needs to be cautious of the angles because there's so many windows up here. It's going to be a lot of eyeballs looking in your direction. Really would like to see PKS team kind of group up a little bit here and play together as a unit and maybe even flush out all these buildings to make sure that they're secure.
Yeah, 90 Millennium taking over that strategy of the first game. getting a lot of room there around Paradiso. Helbaga a little bit too far away for my own feeling,
Yeah,
but
where are we at? I mean, where are
he's
we at?
in the western compound. Uh, a very good position to look at. Ooh, and Natsu in parallel got knocked by the red zone, if I'm right, and now they have only one guy left, so he should quickly pick up the teammate. And here we are back at the fight. Mike being super close to the enemy. Enemy pulls off the grenade.
This is a challenging fight. Yeah, Mike has the vector, has the intel, but there's so many footsteps around him that they're really going to need to be cautious, because right now, the whole team of AW, they're looking to take out Mike.
Yeah, and we also could hear a grenade launcher being here, and now the blue zone catches up. Same procedure as in the last round on Lakna. Two teams getting catched up by the blue zone, and now they have to hurry. And this time, PK is looking pretty good. They have the vehicle here, VCAP, and it seems as they try to get over, but look at the other side. AW aiming for that. They're picking up their fourth player, and one peeking around the edge. And I think Ant is aware of that.
Yeah.
So let's see if they make it into the vehicle.
Yeah, I think they are aware of that because Cobalt is looking right in that direction. If they weren't, I feel like they could have used this as a bait, but Cobalt with the nice shots right there. Remember, game number 1, Cobalt was popping off, man, just hitting all those shots. So definitely a player to watch out for. There's now Monty looking to make the push. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the initial knock with the grenade here. And I love the aggression right now, Stormi.
With another knockdown, and now they have a 4 versus 2 advantage, and they keep on pushing, and they have to hurry a little bit. Yeah, the blue zone damage is not too high, and now 4 versus 2 advantage. Mike waiting here, getting pushed by 2, starts to shoot, both low HP, but now they will get pushed here furthermore. The teammate got one of those, so it's a 2 versus 3 situation, and all those players being quite low HP, they have to be very careful now. And Team Temperament in parallel, eliminating some guys of IW. And Mike here, 60 HP, slightly ticking down. Enemies going for the pickup, and then they will fight again. Ooh.
Yeah, really liking Mike's position up there on the rooftop. The only thing is now we're fighting in the blue, and Mike doesn't really have meds to work with. And AW on the flip end, they are getting the full reset here. So honestly, Mike, you got the upper hand, but you just spent too much time up here, and you pretty much allowed your opponents to get the full reset. So now the odds are stacked against you here, but let's see, Mike. Nice little shot right there on defender, at least. But we're not going to be able to get the flush quite yet here, as Monty looking to wrap around and get the surprise attack on a Mike here.
Yeah, but they all have no heals. That I guess even both teams will die here. They have no heals, so even if they eliminate the other team and loot them, yeah, they have. Oh, Mike with another one here.
Mike's popping off.
He's popping. 2 versus 2 left. And Kobe got his teammate, so it is on Mike without any heal. Can he clutch it? That would be huge for the team. A lot of points on the field here. But he should do something. He's slightly ticking out, and now he sees the enemy getting out of the house.
Jump down.
Jumping down. Oh, we got the teammate. And he gets that guy.
Get the thirst. Okay.
Only Monty for the enemy team.
Okay.
But I think Monty is already trying to get away from here.
Yeah.
Look,
no one has meds.
Heal.
Mike, no meds here, my dude. Oh man. Okay, a little bandage action right there, but I guess this kind of goes back to in game number 2 and even game number 1. There's just a couple teams who they spend so much time outside of circle number 1 in standoffs that they kind of underestimate the damage, right, that the blue zone does, and it never really pays out in their favor. So maybe as this is the midway point of the day, looking ahead, try to avoid that. I mean, what do you think about that, Stormi?
Yeah, exactly. That happens so often, and that's why I choose to get out of into the first center of the zone pretty early, because you might have not the best loot, but if you manage to get early into the center point, you don't have to hurry that much in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And if you have to fight very early in the game, that can cost you the full match, and 5 seconds and the second phase is already over. Blue zone damage will increase, and they will even struggle more. And look at this, right at the bottom right side, they are in the blue zone. He might makes it out, but he will run straight into the next team. He's now looting Neaton. I'm not sure if that will work off for them. And look where the center is, straight at the purple team, at the high ground, or southern of Paradiso a little bit. Good position there at the baobab tree, the big one.
Yeah, but even if Mike makes it out, you're by yourself. You know, the chances of you winning the chicken dinner are super low. You know, the percentage, if I had to give it one, it has to be like less than 2%. So you kind of gotta evaluate the risk versus rewards. Like, is it worth more to get 3 points early on, or is it worth more to try to survive to like third place to get those 5 points in the pocket? So hopefully we'll start to see some mind shifts from a couple of these teams who have been making those micro mistakes. But getting back into this one, the team that has been eating up the Sirens right now, Cringe looking to get a grenade knock up there on the second story. Let's see if they could do it.
Cringe cooking the nade. That could be better than the first one. It was perfect. The first one was not cooked, but this one was perfectly cooked, and that knocks down another player of the team. So they are down to Corp only. Only one player remaining, and Sirens still in the game as a 3-man team. But look at this. They are getting pushed from the high back position, and Cringe did hear it. Richard here with the grenade. Should not knock down the enemy. And now the enemies are definitely aware. Can the Sirens fight back here? That will be a hard one.
Yeah, this is going to be Richard from the Sky team right here. Looks like Sky team trying to get some kill points this game, trying to third party, trying to sneak behind the Sirens. But like you said, the Sirens were able to catch that one before it was able to erupt here. We do still have a duo from Temp up there, leaving Biolab as well. So we might have a couple enemies in this area. It looks like Sky pulling back here just a little bit, back to their hard cover.
Yeah, they give it a go. They have quite a good position, but super hard there at the edge, and another team waiting close to them. And now it's Corp here versus 3 Sirens. And soon 4 again. And he's getting a little bit into panic mode. Getting pushed from the left side. Can't get a single one. And Kitsune with that frag. And soon they are back in the game as a full squad. And now look at this zone shifted towards center. And that team is still waiting there.
Yeah, these zone shifts are just not really helping out the teams that decided to drop on the west side of the map. But look at this, Richard got him close. There it is. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the downside, right, of the green flares, especially here on Akinta. So easy, right, to be spotted out there in the air. And of course, when you're in the air, you're exposed to the elements. So honestly, if you're not careful, you could be a free point, as we just saw.
Exactly. It totally reveals your position. And look at which team has now one of the best positions in the zone. You can see it on the minimap. It's the purple team. It is Gaming Gladiators again. Okay. And we saw in the first round how good they can maintain the position. So let's see if they can do it again while Team Unique is getting closer towards the zone. Getting shot here, instant turning around. And they will run straight into the next team. They can maintain that little high ground there. But this is not the best position. NW as well as GG with a very good position now. And here we see Team Unique.
Yeah, Unique going to be hugging the edge right here, looking ahead. They need to take out not one, but possibly 2 different teams here. So they're definitely going to have a challenge here. And not only that, one of their players, Rolik, is missing some armor, some helmets, and some meds. So it's going to be a challenge. But they are hitting their shots here. They have a couple customized M249s I did notice as well. But I'm getting a little, this is what I was going to say. I'm getting a little nervous for them because they're taking too many fights, in my opinion. There's a team right in the compound right beneath them here.
Yeah, getting sandwiched now here. They will lose at least these 2 players. I don't think they will make it. But let's see. The other 2 players getting closer as well. He has a shield, but the blue zone catches up here in 17 seconds. Oh, that is a disaster for Team Unique. And now HR just has to gatekeep them, as they are not getting pushed by another team. That could even work off for them, but from my perspective, they are going a little bit too deep back from that zone edge, which might give the chance over to Team Unique to push that compound. But still, Nailord is there. And there's Driver waiting on the other side of Team Unique. And look at the zone. GG with the bullseye.
Yeah, the bullseye. For sure. We'll see what will happen with them, as we got Driver pulling up with the customized M249 in the smokes behind the tree, but doesn't even matter because their teammate just hitting these shots right now through the smokes, and Driver looking to pull up to seal the deal. And wow, Team Unique eliminated right there, Stormi.
Yeah, and W fighting at the other side's edge against AT Pro Esports. And it seems as they are both focusing on committing 100% to that fight, so they might get catched by the Blues soon as well. Oh, Agent here pushing over. 2 on the bottom. He gets the third. X will only remaining. Rolls back. Getting support by the teammates. They have also knocked player on the field. Can X will clutch it for the team? I don't think so, as GG is still waiting in the compound next to them. But now GG getting pushed by the Sirens in parallel. Asian shooting. X will
3 HP.
brings him to
So
3
close.
HP.
I know, so close. But Agent is putting in a lot of work here. Unfortunate for Agent, we don't really have any grenades or Molotovs. But finally, Agent's
Ooh.
team, Natty
Grenade.
Wild, going to be pulling up, trying to support him.
Boom, double elimination from that grenade. And now it's only Xwell. And on the edge, we could see the Sirens being again in a very good position. 80 eliminated on the 8th position, so another round is not too many points. Mike here. Yeah, that was the solo player we were talking about. NW, 11 kills. Somehow they got 11 kills. They have been so long at Central, but now they are at the edge here. They have to be careful. And GG is still the best position. And that replay now here.
Replay.
Agent, very nice.
Replay. Natty Wild, 11 kills so far. Remember, we were talking about this team trying to represent Turkey here in this lobby. They're showing up here on this third map, man. They got a lot of elims, but can they survive making it into that zone here? It's going to be a challenge. And I believe they were taken out right there. Unlucky.
Yep, they got killed at the edge. And look at this zone. Again, not a single team inside. Natty Wild was the closest team, and unless they could move over, they got eliminated.
Yeah, so bad.
Sirens still in the game. And this is crazy. The first 2 rounds already, they are moving in silent. Like no one is shooting them. And now they have to fight against GG.
GG have been holding down this compound for a good time too, so they're gonna have all the information. The thing is, the zone is forcing all these teams to now crash the compound. So can they defend from multiple angles? Like you mentioned, the Siren's gonna be pushing them from one side. Temp is back there as well, and then NM as well. So there's a lot of angles that's gonna be exposed, but at the end of the day, GG, they do still have some type of hard cover. But they're falling apart, man. They're falling apart at the seams.
Oh, decent tries to get killed here. 10 HP and it's over. 90 Millennium winning that chicken dinner with a lot of kills, if I saw it correct. Great round from them. And GG, yeah, they were a little bit afraid of moving out of the house.
Yeah.
And at the end, they got catched by the blue zone. They lost 1 or 2 players against the blue, and then the enemies just gatekeeping them and securing their chicken dinner. So that was definitely a team not on my list. At least before this round. Before the tournament, and 90 Millennium, definitely one of those teams being in the top 5. Whew. That will be now very interesting to see in the scoreboard. What do you think?
Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking here. Unique, I totally forgot how many kills they had that game. And I'm bringing that up because we saw before this match, they were like 20 points, 19 points ahead of Sirens. So we're starting to see, though, some teams. I know we only played 3 games, right? But we're starting to see some teams be consistent, every single map. We're starting to see the Gladiators show up consistently. We're starting to see the Sirens show up consistently. And also Team Unique, right? So we're starting to see the top leaderboard get a little heavy, though, in my opinion, which is kind of getting me a little worried here as we move into the 4th game.
Yeah. Still a lot of points on the field, 2 rounds to go. And I'm curious where 90 Millennium is moving over. I'm not sure if it is enough for the top 3. A little bit depending on the kills of the other teams. Sirens should be able to maintain top 3. And for sure, Team Unique, I guess they will even maintain their first position. Even GG got to a very good position here. But I'm not sure if they could collect that many points being at that compound pretty early. There were some guys pushing over, but the main fights have been very close to the Baobab tree where Unique died, and all those teams were pushing around. So, like, I don't know, that was a new graveyard here on the map. Even there is none. Many teams got eliminated there. And now, different map. It is Troi. 2 big maps to follow on the small map of Akinta here. So, I think everything else will be now mixed up again on the 2 big maps.
Yeah, a lot of room to work with. And By the way, Luca in the chat, in your chat, saying, "What a clown fiesta." Couldn't agree more. And I think it's because a lot of these teams just kind of underestimating the zones and the speeds on how they close in. But ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 3 here. Don't go anywhere. More Summer Series New State coming up after the break.
Welcome back, everybody. Troi is calling the big map. It will be very interesting to see how the teams will do if Team Unique drops off again very, very late and then conquers the zone center, or maybe GG again, taking over a good spot early and maintaining the position with farming some kills. And for sure, we got Mall in the center. What do you think? Will be there any team dropping over towards the center Mall?
Yeah, I mean, quite possibly. And real quick, we got some more codes right beneath us. Type them in. Remember, we got 3 different streams going on. We got the English, we got the Turkish, and the Arabic. So these numbers getting plastered out there all across the way. So make sure you claim them. But going back to your question, I mean, we have seen some interesting gameplay. That is without a doubt a fact here. And I believe it's because we got 6 CIS teams, 3 Turkey teams, 2 MENA teams, and then 5 Europe teams. So very interesting that we're having all these different regions come here and clash. But here's the overall leaderboards, man. It's starting
Look at
to
this.
shake up here.
Yeah, 20-point lead, almost gone, at least halfway gone. Siren second position, 9 points only behind Team Unique, followed by Gaming Gladiators and 90 Millennium, both with 30 points, and Team Temperament also a little bit underdog on the field. No chicken dinner yet, 20 kill points, third highest kill amount of all those teams, being 14 points behind the first position. So now we have, I guess, like 5 teams fighting for the win with 2 maps. That will be very interesting for me. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. I'm starting to look here at the team. I'm starting to look at Sunrise, AW, like those teams at the bottom, right? 2 more games to go. We really need to see something, Stormi. It's do or die this next map on Troi. Going back to the classic Troi, by the way, for New State. I remember when New State first came out, this was the only map, right? If I'm not mistaken. And it was a great time. You know, it introduced a lot of new mechanics to the BR scene. So hopefully these teams are extremely familiar with all the different hilltops, all the different dips, all the different compounds here. And I'm looking more specifically at the teams at the bottom of the leaderboard who really need to try to get that winner chicken dinner. That way, in the final map, they're up there in the running. But, ladies and gentlemen, match number 4 on Troi, New State Mobile Summer Series. Let's get it.
Here we are, spectating the Sirens. The first team's dropping off very early. We are starting our flight on the left-hand side at port. And look at this. There are some teams getting closer to each other, but they won't hot drop. Kitsune and the teammates getting over to Swanton. And these guys more likely to move to the top left side of the map. And I saw further teams dropping off there at the early point. Yeah, we can see the SCP. That was the team going to the south edge. And here we go. A little bit different look than Akinta. Not in the first half like 80% teams. Now in the center position. Many teams dropping off as you all have there the big cities like Enkerville. Exhibit Hall, very good spot to loot at. And we can see Leo's team, the team, going to the mall.
The team.
But alone. Chester taken by 2 teams. 80 Pro Esports as well as another blue team there. That could be a nice fight at the beginning. Also, PKS and Sky getting over to the right-hand side. 90 Millennium taking over Vermont. Usually the spot where the team goes at. And here we can see the first fight.
Natty Wild. All right. Little L8 action right there. Getting a kill in the pocket. But listen, we're not done yet because there's another contender trying to pull up the free right here. Free with the pump. Letting one rip over here. Can Free stand their ground and get another thirst? And boom, baby, to the face. Natty Wild 2. Not 1, but 2 kills to start this Troi map.
Yeah, very nice position to start it there at the police station with a potential good weapon in the safe. And here we are at Chloe from Natty Wild, being a little bit at a different position, close to Limbo, and the other guys of Team Temperament being in top 5 team right now. There's a lot of points for them on the field as well to move over to the first positions, but I guess they have to play a little bit more aggressive to get those kills in the early game. And here we are back at 80 Pro Esports versus Natty Wild, and Frozen pre-nated, less than half HP, and there's another redeem code. Guys, get those chicken medals for you in the bucket. And now Agent is pushing.
With the Uzi too. Oh, man.
Ooh, snipe.
Frozen. I mean, talk about getting sandwiched right there. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's still one more at Pro Esports player, and they are all the way on the edge. So right now, the game plan for AT, look for credits. Try to get your teammates back up. But look at this, Natty Wild. We're not done yet. Everybody wants a piece of Natty Wild here. This game is now Clawy with the Bison, the Bison. Up against Limbo's
Can he get that guy? Oh!
UMP. Ah, man, there's so much action going on here in this early game of Troi, especially with Natty Wild.
Yeah, I love to seeing that because that means we will see definitely a high kill round here. Looking at the total amount of kills, as all those teams are there, we see the sniper shot, the quick scope, and
You love
another
snipers
kill here. Yeah, I love it. And we will see definitely some further ones on the later stage of the game. And yeah, what I just said is if we now see a lot of kills at the beginning, we will see the more respawns happening. And that means more potential points for the teams. And all those teams getting kills now in the early game, if they survive, they might have a good advantage to collect a lot of points right here on this map. And look at the zone, it's quite a common one, straight centered, but this is quite common for Troi. The next ones will be the crater and the crazier shifts towards the edge. And we got some teams there in the southern location, no one there in the right center. So if we see the same zones like in the first games, we will end up somewhere northern of Graveyard.
Very, very good spot. I remember when the game first came out, like this was the spot to drop. Like this is where if you wanted to get sweaty on Troi, you would drop here, just straight up hot drop and really test your gun skills. And it is going to be a centralized position here on the map as well. So looking at the team, this is a squad that desperately needs points on the overall leaderboard. And the thing that kind of gets me thinking here, Stormi, and let me know your opinion. Yeah, you got a good spot, right? But that's not all you need. You need to get a lot of kills to play catch up here. So hopefully we'll start to see them get in vehicles and honestly go hunting here.
Yeah, for sure. That's the only chance how they can get into a better position. Because the 10 placement points for the chicken dinner, yeah, if you get the last kill, that's 11 points. That's almost nothing comparing it to the kills and placement points of Team Unique. And one interesting thing, AT Pro Esports, so before the tournament, one of the strongest team in this semifinals and group stage now got eliminated again. So that might already be their chance to get to a top 5 position. And yeah, we could see further kills happening. Ooh, red flare called in. And here we can see AW close to Graveyard. And that is a very nice tactic as well. They didn't lose a player here. So they are not taking over the Graveyard. Because at the Graveyard, there is a pretty high chance to find the green flare. And that would be a good tactic for one or the other team, which lost already a player. And now GG here. Huge split from them again. A little bit uncommon if we compare that from for the first 3 games early stage. Maybe that they are working on some different tactic to get even more kills here.
Oh, one of my favorite things to see. Blowing up the drones in the sky. Be honest with me. Has that ever happened to you and the thing fell on you and killed you or knocked you out? Be honest with me, Stormi. I know you play
99% of my teammates.
Oh, they troll you?
No, not even trolling. That happened pretty often. At the beginning, like everybody was shooting down those things, and then accidentally their teammates standing on the bottom of it. Yeah, we tried to make that work when we were surviving as a full squad to kill the last guys with a drone, but this is super hard. But this happens still pretty often, and if we see that at a tournament, I would just go crazy. I could not get myself calm again. And here we are at the Infinity Ward team, being close to Defender of AW. Defender had a very highlight moment. I think it was either group stage. Yeah, I think it was the group stage, clutching it 1 versus 4. I would love to see a 1 versus 4 clutch here, right there at Erangel. But I guess we won't see that. And look at this. Oh, now we see the fight, and that was a fast one. No, 1 versus 4.
So clutch. We did see Defender with the clutch in the last in the last round. Unlucky for them. Not able to clutch it out here, man.
Yeah, he just did fall pretty fast there. And that's another kill secured by Infinity Ward.
You know what I call that? I call that a caster curse, and I blame it on Stormi. All right, let Stormi know in the chat. By the way, shout out to everybody watching. Hit that like button, help the stream. Let's get it out there. New State Mobile, Crafton out here helping Stormi and myself put on quite a show. So shout out to everybody right now, just taking the time to just sit back, relax, eat the popcorn, and watch some good old fashioned New State Mobile.
Yeah, you're totally right. That is the curse of Stormy. It happened already at PUBG Mobile. Like every team I called, hey, this team will win the round. There was a famous scene with Unicorns of Love, and it was my favorite team, and they were doing so good. And I called that they win, and not even half a minute later, they got eliminated early game. So let's not talk about curses here. I don't want to end up there again. Avalon here.
Let me ask you, SL8. What do you feel? How do you feel about the SL8?
Oh, SL8 is crazy. You can play it versatile now. The C2 customization, which just got added recently, gives you 4 further damage, and we can see a nice fight. Dedanel eliminated.
Yeah, you did, son.
Oh, that is the
solo
first
too.
car
Unlucky.
crash and kill. It keeps on going. Yep, that's happening here pretty often.
Oh,
Those
no.
fights. Look at his Katsu getting over behind the enemies.
And look at
Ooh,
this.
cringe with a nice one over the distance. And I guess it's only Natsu now for the Sunrise team.
Oops, there's a rock there. But yeah, the Sirens, looks like they're trying to push up here and really just confirm the kill on the Sunrise. Is Natsu in the bike trying to drive off in the sunset. Oh, so close. So close. But the Sirens, I got to say, game number 1, didn't really see him, and wasn't too impressed. I know that was a team that you were kind of chatting on. Game number 2, though, they started popping off. And since game number 2, I really feel like the Sirens have found themselves here in these finals. They're playing confident, they're playing their game, and they're just making it look easy almost. So really like to see that from squads here, where they might start off a little rough, but when they get one good game going, that's all it takes. That's all it takes for them to really pop off.
Yep, but they have to be careful now. Team Unique did hear those shots and saw the kill feed off for sure their team, and they know that they are close behind them. And now Rolik pulls off here. The M110A1 didn't start to shoot. I thought he would straight go for some shots. Maybe they are now discussing, hey, let's push over hill up there. Enemies might be there. And to end up that story with the SL8, it got quite a buff last update with the C2 customization that gives you even 4 further damage and full auto. But the recoil is like hell. So fully automated on the long distance won't work. It's quite similar than the MK14. So you're spraying to the moon instead of to the enemy.
The moon.
But the damage got slightly increased. So we have tried out some funny things in our normal games. Playing double SL8 C2. One with the red dot for close range, fully auto. And the other one, C2 as well, but changed to single shots. Then you have the normal behavior of a DMR with 4 increased damage and a slight higher recoil. But a lot of teams going here for the SLR, quite often with the C2 customization, with that burning damage, which is for sure giving you another advantage. If you hit an enemy, he can't zoom in on you. So scope is blocked for those ticks, and that makes it harder to strike back. So this is quite a common tactic as well. And we saw, especially on Erangel, a lot of SLR C2s.
Yeah, we're starting to see. Oh, hold up, we'll get back to that because I do see a DBS. I see a pull up right here. Natty Wild. we got the custom M249s with the shields. We got the DBSs. We got the roly polies. They're just straight up crashing right here. This is going to be the team still holding down this position since early game. 0 kills so far. Let's see if they can maybe get a couple, as they are going to be on the rooftops right here looking down.
Yeah, their position is great here. But for me personally, it is super hard to hold that mall, as you can get pushed from all the areas around. And in parallel, we can see a respawn of the Sirens. Oh, I have some feelings, some vibes that Team Unique might push them now and tries to get the kill out of midair, as they are the direct team next to them. And this fight here, it will be really hard. But yeah, Netty while losing one. Can you see their tactic? They just send 2 players to farm some kills here. The other ones, I bet, are in a safe spot and trying to respawn them.
And I have to assume that the plan was, hey, try to get some kills. If it doesn't work out, we'll look for those credits and we'll try to get you back in it, back in the game. So Agent, though, It's
gets
working
another one.
out though. DBS right there, confirming 2. So if Natty Wild can get them back up with green flares, I gotta say that play was kind of worth it in my opinion, Stormy.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it before the stream started that some teams are sending off some players, but now worse things are happening here, team temperament. But I don't think they will take the fight. They are around 5th position, and look at the minimap. They are instant going away. They try to get some further loot here, and they don't want to take the fight. But guys, if you want to win a tournament, you have to take those fights no matter what.
Without a doubt. And kind of going back to our original conversation with the SLA, I love that we're starting to see sort of a meta with the weapons evolve here. We're starting to see the Tommy gun, really popular weapon. We're starting to see the custom M249 with the shield, almost mandatory for a lot of these teams to at least have 1 or 2 squad mates rocking that weapon. So it's always interesting to kind of see what these potential pro players, what they prefer to use here in these competitive lobbies.
Yeah, exactly. And it is super nice if you just check out those teams. If you would now compare 10 players to and their weapon setup, I guess you would get 10 different setups. We could see there a guy using UMP. Like this one, Richard here. UMP M1 10A1. So that's another SMG. Maybe not that most famous one like the Tommy gun. Tommy gun was kind of overpowered in an earlier stage of the game until it got a little bit, only slightly nerfed. But Crafton is doing a great job there. And that causes that we see like 10 players and 10 different weapon setups here. For example, AK Alpha and SLR. Here another UMP with another DMR. And that is so crazy at this game. You can use almost every gun. But the hard thing is to master them. And one masters for sure the UMP, the other one the Tommy gun, or quite a lot of guys Tommy gun and M249. But there's a meta for sure, but I guess there are, unless 1, 2, 3 guns, you can use every gun combination if you practice enough with it.
Yeah, and let's be honest, hot take here. Best gun, P90. Fight me, Stormy. The best gun. Listen, I love the P90. If I have an opportunity to rock the P90, you bet it, man. You bet I'm gonna be riding around in Diamond League with the P90 because I absolutely love that gun. I mean, do you have a favorite?
M7, barrel M7, straight from the beginning of the game. Was also the first one I got a legendary skin for, and the damage in close range is crazy of that gun. You can't use it that properly, and longer short distance and mid distance, but still a very nice one for the close range. But it is barely being used with this SMG meta, but I still prefer that one. And then for sure, talking about snipers, the DSR, my most favorite sniper rifle, pretty common to find. For sure, AWM, but we didn't see that many AWMs here today. I heard one shot there, like on Erangel.
Not too many P90s either. It's kind of making me sad almost. I think we only saw it once tonight in the kill feed, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, what are your thoughts on the P90? Give me the truth, man. Give me the Stormy truth.
Yeah, P90 is great. Very high fire rate, kinda silenced gun. No further utility needed. You get it from the airdrop and can start the party. So this is definitely a very nice gun. Sometimes it feels a little bit like the damage drop-off is pretty high, but it is such a nice gun, especially for the later phases. If you have a team with 1 or even 2 P90s in the last phase,
that's a win.
That's a win. Yep.
That's a win. Hey, look at this, though. Defender back in it. Remember, Defender was taken out earlier on. Defender once again donating some points to Infinity Ward over here. Looks like Defender wanted to get that revenge. Didn't work out in their favor. Looking at the map, though, look at this. The Gladiators here, Stormy. Once again, another game where we see them favoring the center, the centralized position.
Oh, and this position is huge for 90 Millennium. And there are some like standard plays at this game. We saw that from 90 Millennium. Oh, hold on. Can he get that guy? Goga getting shot. Helbaga pushing over with the vehicle. And there's another one pushing over. That can be some kills for 90 Millennium. Enemies low, Richard. One shot now. This is more like...
What a mess.
Yeah, almost got him, but still Richard not killed. And Helbaga also low HP. And
See ya.
yeah, there's some common tactics, and 90 Millennium did play it perfect. They were at the Pyramid House, moving over to the Baobab Tree and securing that little high ground towards that compound where GG was inside. And right now, 90 Millennium being here next to this little city, that's quite a similar tactic which we have seen there on Akinta. And that's why you can see they're also team unique, because this position, as long as this one
Yeah.
is close to the center, no fear to go there, because we have the big airdrops, which will support you with some further cover in the later phase of the game.
Yeah, and NM definitely, for me at least, kind of like the underdogs right now. We did see them last game have a pretty intense match where they were able to get a couple points. And I have been noticing tonight that driver from that team is always that player that tries to survive, right? To get those additional placement points, just in case things don't work out in their favor. But over here, coming back to this fight, the team, they have been camping this one out, man, and they are setting up quite the shop. We saw right there the deployable shield at their doorway to kind of block that one off right there, that entrance. I love seeing how these players use these deployable shields here. They can get pretty crafty at times.
Yeah, the tactical part at New State is crazy, also with these customizations. But last time we saw a 2 versus 4. Advantage for the team. They still lost 2. Now it's a 4 versus 4.
Okay.
Let's see if Netty Wild can get them all 4 this time. At least they lose the first. Ooh, 1 HP.
1 HP, my goodness.
And on the other side, Agent still.
Was a nice play though.
Yeah.
Little grenade toss right there, a little roly poly to get behind cover with the M249 spray. I mean, it takes skill.
And Defender will get another chance to eliminate Infinity Ward. He's getting respawned the second
just
time.
Doesn't give up. You love it, man. You love it. Defender, listen, Defender's got heart. All right, we can't deny that.
There we are back at the mall, the team 4 versus 3 advantage, and we can see some further shots from Team Temperament. They've positioned themselves close to it, and also Team Unique is there on the caravans next to this position. So let's see which team takes over this position. They can stay there for a little bit more than a minute, and then the next zone will be announced, and I don't think the mall will be inside. We will see another shift towards somewhere right-hand side, and that is the
wow. Long range shots right there.
Stasia was a nice one.
Want to call out Natty Wild real quick. I did appreciate the play that they were attempting to go for. I saw them block off the sight lines from the top over here from the team using smokes. You know, to me, I thought Natty Wild was going to use that opportunity to make the push, kind of close the gap, and they did just a little bit. So now they're going to be moving up one more story. The thing is, will they attempt to do it again? I don't think the team are going to allow it. They're going to be pushing down here.
Oh, we still have 3 players there for Netty Wild, and Old Cat's there, a little bit baiting for Agent. Agent will most likely take over that kill. And I'm not sure if the team is prepared for that, because they can't cover every angle if they go together. I would prefer going now together as a team, pushing over and trying to go for the refrags. But I'm not sure if they're really doing that. I saw at least one guy waiting there on the high ground, and Old Cats is known, but they are not aware about Agent.
Oh, look at this angle. Really threading the needle right there. A beautiful angle right there. Just the map awareness really showing right here from the team, holding down this position. You love to see it.
That is so good. And now Stasia, he did cause some damage. One further grenade left. Can you read it correct? You should have heard now some step over to the left side. Yep, he pulls off another grenade, and this can be a huge one.
Cooking it, tossing it. Oh, touching them, chunking them down pretty low. The thing is, both these squads, they need to make a move happen, and they need to do it now, because the mall no longer in the play zone. And to make matters worse, you're going to have Team Unique ahead, potentially gatekeeping them. So both these teams, they need to either take the fight, take each other out, or disengage.
And now free here. Oh, Corp needs to wait a little bit longer. His teammate is getting into a backstep position. Now we can see baiting him. Let's see if it works off for the team, or if his teammate gets knocked as well. They got Agent on the other side. Huge advantage now, as Free got knocked as well. It's only one guy here for Natty Wild in a 1 versus 4 situation, and that should be it. Unless the nade knocks down the enemies. Old Cat's getting pushed from the other side. Gets almost won, and that's it. GG. But now the team struggling to get into the safe position, as every compound and every high ground will be set up already, and Stasia knocked by the zone.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult rotation from the team, but at least they have 6 kills to go with it. But talking about being difficult on the rotations, we got Sky out here trying to just yeet it on into safety because that was Team Unique on the potential pull-up right behind them. Little vehicle action over there. But Richard trying to hit these shots long range here, trying to get the points while you can. So we got 12 teams to go. If you get taken out right here, 0 placement points still, as we are almost 23 minutes into this map of Troi.
And we could also see there GG Gaming Gladiators being again in a super good position. If the zone moves over to them, another top 3 placement, in my opinion. Also 90 Millennium being at the edge. Now we can see it better. But no, again, look at this. Again, the zone. No, I'm not going where the teams are at. We are going over there, open field, not many teams there, but hey, let's support them with a big airdrop later. There's already one inside, Cringe being at this position. So if the Sirens decide to move over early, they will have one of the best decisions, as this is a slight high ground comparing it to the rest of the zone.
Yeah, really looking at what the Sirens can accomplish here this game. It is going to be a challenge still, just because there are so many opponents still alive. But like you said, they have a really nice advantage when it comes to their position so far. Unique, 4 kills, just like that. Now, one of their teammates did get knocked out, but we should be able to get the pickup. Now, Unique, they're going to have their back up against the blue zone, all the way up there in the north. Hopefully, they'll be able to pop in their vehicles and find a position moving forward. But it's going to be a challenge, man. There's not a lot of hard cover moving forward. So it is going to be insane as all these players look to find a foothold in this zone. As now we're going to be tuning in with the Sirens. One of their players looking to hit a clutch grenade here in these crates.
It's Team 2 versus Team 3. Oh, that will be a huge fight between the Sirens and 90 Millennium. Harty almost gets another one. Oh, getting pushed by M249 with shield. It's so hard to hit. Still, Harty manages to get the enemy there. 3 HP and the nade getting thrown in pretty soon. That might be enough. No, it flies in too far. They are still 3 players alive. It's a 3 versus 3 and another nade. Oh, this is not looking too bad for the Sirens here, having a good position. They just have to be careful about all the other teams.
Yeah. At least we were able to get a couple kills out of that, a couple additional points to go with it, because this is going to be a challenge all around for all these teams, honestly. I mean, I see Team 9 Temp, they might have some hard cover, but regardless, this end zone, it's going to be so deadly. I mean, just look at the options that these teams are working with right now for hard cover. There's not a lot.
Yeah, we can see perfect here those containers from the big drop. That is such a nice feature. I love it, because that can flip up completely the end game. And you don't have just, the team which has the compound has the highest chance to win. No, there's an airdrop coming down and you have some great cover. And we are down to 8 teams. Placement time. And somehow Sirens did manage to at least stay alive with 2 players at the edge. And they have to move over. Again, a zone. Only 1 team inside. The other 7 not.
Yeah. I can't pick a team that looks the best here. But the Gladiators, Team Unique, big fight up here in the north. We also have Bloody still alive, looking for that backstab potential. Team Unique tossing out a bunch of smokes, trying to create some soft cover.
That's the end. Team Unique.
The grenade right there, a huge nade coming in hot.
That's it for Team Unique. Struggling a little bit. And here we are in the zone. Temperament, maybe from the 5th position into a better one. 3 kills on the count. And Senrix farming further kills, but now Team Temperament getting pushed here. And all the other teams beside those 2 are on the edge. Hellbarger getting respawned there as well. So 90 Millennium. SLA.
Not even close. Not even close. F's in the chat right there for Limbo.
Look at all those guys aiming towards the Sky, trying to get a kill. Hariki eliminated. Sky bloody here. Found that guy. Snake elimination.
Top 10 bush right there. Here comes the bullet from the Gladiators.
Metal trying to farm. Oh, they get them. Metal is at least a triple. 9 kills for the Gaming Gladiators. And if they now can manage to get into the zone, that will be a huge round for them. With further placement points. They have some vehicles. Also 9 kills here for Sirens,
Ooh,
fighting now
P90.
against the top 3 team. Helbaga in front of
P90.
She gets
Ah.
Helbaga, nice one. Carolina, good one here, still in the game. The 2 players here, and on the other side it's NMPLK 490 Millennium. Carolina spamming the shots, M249 blocking one or the other one. Yep, again.
Oh,
Ooh.
cringe. Almost making it down. Might be able to, but look at this. The Gladiators now going to be pulling up on the edge in the south over here. A man out there, Bloody's still alive, by the way, with the moves. Bloody's been the solo for quite some time now. Position is compromised, but look at this. Bloody has a lot of room to snake it right here. Bloody might actually be able to acquire a second place here, depending on how they play their cards. But going into the late game, the Gladiators, the only team with 4 up right now. So they are going to have the numbers advantage. 12 kills as well. So Gladiators this game looking to play catch up with Team Unique on the overall leaderboards.
Yeah, Xenrix is already checking those stones, but I would not exclude that Bloody can even win this round. If, for lucky circumstance, those enemies fight against each other, he might pulls off the trigger good enough to get them all, but GG in a dominating position. Now with the vehicle, perfect move from them, Decent taking over the lead, also the other ones. But there's 90 Millennium player waiting. It was still another team getting that temperament guy. It's only Barrett for them. And look at this, MPLK is not shooting cause there. He's holding his position tight. And there we go, Xenrix with their 13th 12th elimination? Alright, we have to check that later. But still, Bloody in a good position.
I'm very curious. Gladiators, they have so many drone credits. If we do find ourselves at a standstill, will they call in a drone over their opponents and try to blow it up on top of them? I remember seeing that a long time ago in competitive. We'll see. Might as well use it or lose it. But Barrett from Temp looking to get some grenades tossed out there. It's going to be in the smoke, taking a hell of a lot of damage right now from the blue zone. So honestly, Barrett spending way too much time right there, but will be acquiring a 4th place.
Yep, 1 versus 4 now for Bloody. He has to step out. And he's waiting here, but he won't make it with that less healing utility. Only 4 first aids, 1 medikit. He can get a kill, but I don't think so. They are all pushing over to his stone, and this is a scary situation for Bloody. And he's now like, okay, what should I do? Not many options left, and Decent sees him with the M249. GG, well played. And that is GG with their chicken dinner.
GG! The only team, by the way, to have 2 chicken dinners in the finals so far. Now, we do have 1 more game to go, so Team Unique, maybe they'll clutch it out. But honestly, with the Gladiators now, Stormi, having 2 chickens, it's really going to come down to, is Team Unique, are they able to get enough kills? Or did they get enough kills that last game to stay within, within fighting range, I guess you can say, of that first place championship $1,000 spot here that we'll be crowning after this next game?
I think they will be in a close fighting distance to the Gaming Gladiators, but Team Unique, I think they have lost their lead. I think that GG is now in the first position, and hopefully not the same thing happens like it happened after their first chicken dinner. So cross the fingers, guys, if you're supporting Gaming Gladiators, that they don't get hot dropped like on map 2.
True.
And if they don't die like that, they are now for me the most favorite team which can win off that, because they have already won the round on Erangel, and we are for sure playing another Erangel round. So they have won both big maps. We have to point that out. And now only 1 big map left. So that will be very interesting to see now. Team Unique, Sirens, 90 Millennium. They have been there around top 6, top 5. I think the leaderboard is pretty close, at least 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. I'm not sure how big the gap is towards the Gaming Gladiators, but they have been a little bit behind Sirens. I think they are all super close to each other. And guys, it cannot be better. 1 match to go. And we have such a competitive, close field there for the first teams. And the last round will be a blast here. So Dave, I guess we're going again soon in a break, and this will be the last one. And it cannot be closer.
Erangel. So Gladiators, Team Unique, these two teams have really been popping off here tonight, but I am really impressed with the Sirens still and what they're bringing to the table. So yeah, we keep talking about the two Titans in the lobby, but now you kind of got NM and the Sirens trying to sneak their way. So if the Gladiators and Unique get hot dropped potentially by one of these bottom teams, taken out really early on, NM, the Sirens, they can have a real shot possibly being number one, depending on how many kills they get, right? Depending. So it's going to be a spicy one here, Stormi, for
For
sure,
sure.
without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure it will be a spicy round. But before that, let's have a little last break before the last round starts right here at the Lidoma New State Mobile Summer Series. Welcome back, everybody. We have seen 4 matches so far, and I'm super curious about the current standing. I have no clue how close it will be. We saw so many nice fights already, and now it's coming all down on the famous map Erangel. So, there where it all started at PUBG back in the days. And what map could it be better to end this tournament, Dave?
Yeah, without a doubt, man. And honestly, one of my favorite drop spots has to be Georgia Pool crates. I mean, my goodness, talking about New State, that area is just looted out. Maybe let me get your opinion. I mean, best spot to loot here. What are some hot spots that we should expect here on this final map of the evening?
Yeah, for sure. Best loot, Giorgio Novo, I would say. Military kinda long. It takes kinda long to loot it. Still some good things there. And the position at New State is not Pushinki, it is the school. And our favorite drop is Avonpost. It might not
Okay.
be the best loot there, but you have a good chance that a Nova spawns around. So you have a good mobility being already close to the center of the map. And there are 2 or 3 vehicle spawners close to it. So whenever we go Erangel, like 60% we are dropping at Avonpost because you can move fast forward to the next center of the zone and get from there the kills. We didn't see a team dropping there in the first position. I was kind of surprised,
Yeah.
but I can understand it because you can't get too many drone credits there. The loot is not the best, but if you want to dodge a fight, maybe one of the teams might go over there to Avonpost, and maybe we see some crazy fights happening at Pushinki. I remember
Yeah.
correct. NM 90 Millennium did go over there, and here's the scoreboard. Look at this, Dave.
Okay. Okay. So 55 points, first place. That means Team Unique, 8 points behind the Gladiators. And then right behind them, the Sirens. See, that's what I was saying, man. The Sirens, definitely a sleeper team, I feel like, to really keep your eye on this game because if the Gladiators, if Team Unique get taken out early on, I could really see the Sirens taking first place, man. That's only 10 points. They're only 10 points behind first place. So this last game, oh, Stormy, I
Yeah.
am pumped up, man. I what a day the finals have been. Remember, teams, they went through stage 1, stage 2. Now we're in stage 3, the 16 best teams here so far from the regions. I mean, this last game, we couldn't ask for anything better when it comes to storylines.
Yeah, it cannot get better here. We have those 4 teams. Team Temperament 5th position. I don't see them getting over the first position, but top 3 still possible. So some they can
Money,
take some piece of the cake. Yeah, some money there.
money.
Um, Gaming Gladiators and Team Unique. Team Unique
Mm-hmm.
did go there all the way to the north in the first round, very last spot. So this is their common tactic. They should be careful now that none of those direct competitor teams is dropping with them, like going all in there. And yeah, there the flight is already starting, guys. Let's get ready. Match 5, the last one for the day. I'm here, Stormi, together with the famous Mustache Dave.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. The final game of the finals here. The Lidoma New State Mobile Summer Series dropping in hot right here. You got Gaming Gladiators, you got Team Unique, you got Sirens, all fighting for that first place spot to be the champion here. The $1,000 prize pool, by the way, for that first place spot. Second place, $600, and third place, $400. Stormy, this is going to be one heck of a match to end the night.
It is, and we can see there the Sirens doing the opposite thing of Team Unique. They drop off this time super early in a split, so they want to do it again in the safe way. And if that pays off at the end, they have deserved the chicken dinner. I mean, they have played, looking at all the rounds, not the most kills, but the most consistent gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all alone on the complete left side. There are no big cities, but many smaller compounds to loot. And especially at Quarry, you can get a lot of drone credits, but I don't think they will move over there. And look at this. Some guys listen
Oh.
to you, Georgia Ball calling, and also
Hey.
Pushinki, as well as the
Yes.
school, the apartments. Oh my god, there have to be like eight teams on Pushinki and the school apartments. If I see it correct, there,
I
it's
love
like
to see
half
it.
the lobby at these 2 spots.
I love to see it, Stormy. Listen, it's do or die for these teams at the bottom of the leaderboards. They have to pop off here this game if they want a fighting chance. And we're looking at the kill feed already. The Gladiators, I see them getting hot up in the mix, and that's going to be SMP Union also in the area. And not only that, Team Unique, they're over here as well.
Yep, they lost already one, and 90 Millennium also lost at least one. They are right here at Departments. That is already the deciding fight for them, and I think they are out. 90 Millennium can't make it anymore. They are done and dusted after not even 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's how the
Or,
cookie crumbles.
no, Hariki is still alive. Sorry for the false call, but we are only 15 teams, so one team got already eliminated. It's Hariki here. Last guy. Molotov gets one, and now Old Cat's jumping out there. And he's done and dusted. We are down to 14 teams. Sorry for the false call. But 90 Millennium out only 15, so it's over for them. And Team Unique a little bit struggling here, being now in a 3 versus 4 disadvantage situation. But Proven C here, good position.
Big fight right here. Big fight because Team Unique, they can't afford to get taken out here. If they do, well, their first place dreams are going to be done here, as they are going to be 8 points behind Gaming Gladiators up there at the top. So let's see, can SCP really play spoiler right here and take out one of the Titans here in the lobby? But we'll find out. Looking at the kill feed, looks like one of the members of Team Unique did get a nice little trade right there. Maybe put a halt to this push. But honestly here, I don't know which way it's going to go, Stormi.
Only one guy left for SCP. He can still strike back. 1 versus 2 situation. Can he clutch it? That would be a huge one. A sucker here. Getting pushed by Sabishek. Sabishek. Oh, Sabishek will make it. Enemy rolling, dodging the bullets. This is New State and detonated. Finish off the guy. Unique in the game. As a 2-man team, they might pick up Avalon here, but at the horizon already can see a GG player, and that would be the perfect team to crash in as the third party to clean it up. I'm not sure if they will risk it, but they were in range to hear those shots and see the kill feed, and for sure they have seen that at least one guy of Unique got eliminated there. Whew, crazy one. And
that was close though. That was close for Team Unique. So fortunately for them, they're still going to be alive. They should be able to get enough credits to get their teammates, if they did get taken out, back in the match here. And they also will have some kill points to go with it. So really close. But like you said, GG, they're near. You know, they're in the area. So we'll definitely keep tabs on that fight as it might erupt. As over here, Leia out here taking some shots on their opponents, just looking to avoid the fight here early on.
Yeah, Sky Laia here trying to follow them up. Maybe they knocked one. I'm not sure if they really... It seems more that they would want to loot now the apartments. And Team Unique now has a very tough decision. Remember, Lakna, they did go away from their spot where they were fighting to respawn the player. That is essential for them to do that here on Erangel as well, because GG is so close to that position. GG,
very close.
I bet they will take over that position and try to kill at least that guy being mid-air. I mean, that would be 1 kill point and a lot of damage done against Team Unique. So they have to move again a little bit more towards the edge. And nice follow-up here.
I love drive-bys,
Natty Wild still getting followed by the Sky team.
I love drive-bys. But kind of going back to your point, I think you're 100% right. Like Team Unique, they have the opportunity to maybe jump in some vehicles and just straight up send it to the East Coast, to military power, to Lipovka, to prison, and look for those credits, because nobody's in that area yet. You know, it's free and clear for the time being, and that might even be the best play just to kind of avoid any potential conflicts with the Gladiators here. So we'll definitely keep tabs on those two teams, as they are the top 2 teams in the lobby right now, fighting for $1,000 here, and we'll keep you posted here, without a doubt.
Yeah, Sky team was still following those opponents of Natty Wild there. Don't know where this anger is coming from. And
Burning.
Here, barbecue.
Burning.
Oh, double barbecue.
I can smell it.
That was the second one.
Oh man, what a game. You know, what a final game of the evening. A lot of action already. A lot of grudges, I feel like, are starting to be seen here, starting to be known.
They're still following them. Natty Wild getting pushed by a 3-man team now of
Could be a good grenade.
Sky team. That nade will be good. Counter nade following in. Oh, another good one. But it keeps on flying through the door, and Richard gets knocked by Free, being there in a close cover. And now they're dying. Bloody with another knockdown. 2 players remaining for Natty Wild. Can they strike back against this 3-man team?
Wow.
Oh, that Nate. He's cooking.
Letting it cook, baby.
Oh, look at
Letting
this. The
it
small
cook.
gap.
My dude Free all the way out here in the fields, by the way, just letting it cook. Now here comes Bloody with the LA trying to push through here. But look at this old. Oh, man, you do not want to walk into the barrel of that shotgun looking in your direction.
Ultima.
Hey, look at that. Finding out firsthand how much that thing hurts right there. Let's see. Can we get the confirms, though, in time? It looks like Old Cat's going to be going for the heal, jumping out with the vector, the spray down, the strife, back and forth, not able to get the shots, but teamwork makes the dream work right there. Is Natty Wild still alive, still in the game here. You'll love to see it.
Not even 8 minutes on the clock, and they already had 7 or 8 kills done. That is crazy. And I can't remember where they have been exactly on the kill on the scoreboard. Maybe they can get in range of top 3, as we are already down to 12 teams. Can you believe that?
Insane,
we have
man.
seen now 4 rounds, and like until phase 3, we have seen all the 16 teams. And now last match, everybody is going crazy. We are down to 12 teams and 42 players. So time to take a little bit slower now. All those teams will move to a good position. But look at this, GG. They have got nothing of the cake so far. 0 kills on the count. So they have to do some now if they want to secure the first position.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, yeah, we're starting to see all these crazy fights happen early on, which is good for those teams that desperately need points. But then on the flip end, you got teams like the Gladiators, like Unique, like the Sirens, who they only need a couple kills really to overthrow each other for that first place spot. The thing is, a lot of these kill points, they're already gone, right? Because these teams are already getting eliminated. So that's just going to make the end game, the mid game, that much more challenging for any of these teams that need 1 or 2 kill points to qualify in the money.
So at the end of the day, it could be really the chicken dinner, which rewards you 4 further points than the second position, that decides this tournament. As there, you're totally right. There are not too many kill points left here, and I guess that one or the other kill point will be taken by the blue zone. And we got, again here, the same story. 2 teams being outside of the safe zone, soon getting catched by the blue. And this will be interesting to see. We got here the Sunrise versus HR. And they are waiting each other. Katsu moving over. Mavrodi being that guy a little bit surrounded by the opponents. And now it's Mavrodi knocking down one of the enemies, giving his team the chance. Ooh, Requiem here. Does he now decide to get away? Looks like it. Just had to pick up Natsu. And that's Team Unique fighting against GG.
Big fight right here.
Oh, Team Unique does not really want to run into GG here, being only a 2-man team.
They don't want
that could be very dangerous. I mean, for sure, they are not aware this is GG. And look at this, Requiem, Shelfie eliminated, HR Nailord. With a double or even a triple elimination there. There's still 12 teams, so there's 1 guy left for the Sunrise. But I think it's only 1. And now Decent following over to a teammate. And they are following Team Unique. That can be over. Oh my god, did you see it? They did stop at the coast there. Want to go into... Yeah, they're following.
Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Team Unique are just getting picked apart right now. The Gladiators, 1000% on the hunt, trying to take them out, trying to secure their spot in that first place spot on the overall leaderboards. Now, Unique, I believe they're only down to a solo.
Yep, they are down to solo. And I can just hope for that team that not Sabishek did have the drone credits.
Oh, I mean, so true. That's so true.
If the other guy has the drone credits, and this was a nice kill here from player 4 for Team Temperament. 1 kill. Look, 5k drone credits. Oh, that is the golden goose there on the field.
What are they saving up for? I mean, they're trying to... What are they trying to buy out here? A tank for the last map or something?
Guys, this is no bounty. Your gold is not counted. No, I'm just kidding. This is,
Oh man.
oh my god, player 4 here, 5k drone crits, that is massive. And any team that loots those guys can respawn the full squad. Curious to see. And they also got here 4k. Very
So
interesting.
Stormi, let me ask you, you're the solo, you're Rolex, the last one alive for Unique. You're in second place. Tell me, if you were on the team, what would the plan be here in this final map, in your opinion?
Exactly what Rolex is doing. Getting to the edge. He's going over to Lipovka. He will soon respawn a teammate that might be at least out of the range of GG. That would be the first essential thing which is needed. That he's far away from GG. I don't think the other teams will push over, really. I'm not sure if they are all following the kill feed that precisely, that they know Team Unique is in heavily struggle there. So that is already the first good decision. Then I would not go for all the revives. I would go straight revive a teammate, and then I would run away with that green flare and take the gamble getting another compound. So that if the teammate dies, okay, we still have one player, we still have a green flare, only 500 credits to respawn another one. That would be my tactic. And if the teammate don't die, hey, you have two separate players looting two compounds and can get even easier the 1,000 credits needed for the two other respawns.
True, and you also don't give away your whole team's position, right? But we'll get to that because right now the Sirens, this is a big fight. This Sirens currently in third place on the overall leaderboards. This is going to be right in Gaka, a little north of it. Looks like one of their teammates easily caught off guard right there on that defend. Not looking too good for the Sirens here, man. Remember, the Sirens are only 10 points behind first place.
Exactly, and we can see here Gaming Gladiators took over that compound there again, Northern of Milta, but this time they lose one. Oh, they strike back Mattil. That can be another kill point. But it is Natty Wild, and you know what's going to happen here. I bet they will counter push them, and that could be a disaster for GG. They have the double compound again, but against Natty Wild, I would not try to go in the split. That can only go wrong. If they push as a full squad, and I'm not sure if
the thing is, Natty Wild, they've been really feeling at this map too. You can tell they are going ultra aggressive, really trying to capitalize on this being the final map of the finals. They recognize, hey team, we need as many kill points as possible. I can't say the same for a lot of these other teams on the leaderboard. So Natty Wild, definitely a team to look out for. As we're over here, a little bridge camp action, man. We haven't seen this all night long. I love me some good old-fashioned bridge camping.
Yeah, I love that as well. Last time we did do that, we got backstabbed and we died. But here it's looking better for Nikes as they are holding it tight, and Team Temperament being the 5th position, try to maintain their position. It's only Dead and L here. And if they pick up the teammate pretty fast, they can push over him. And the enemies should have enough drone credits so that they make it back. See ya, Temperament.
Oh, man, it hurts, man. It hurts. But going back to this big fight right here, GG and Natty Wild.
Another elimination now. They could secure that. Natty Wild down to 3. Ooh, decent with some juicy shots.
Big juice right there. So I'm almost curious if GG, if they do get like another knock, will they opt to get a vehicle and just send it? I mean, they got a nice little 2-2 split going on right now, so I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it, because it looks like points are just kind of rolling through them right now, coming to them. So keep soaking them up here as GG looking to maintain their first place spot.
Yeah, it was Infinity Ward giving them another juicy kill, and they might lose another player here against AW. Defender Agbak. Defender didn't get his revenge last game, I guess. He just died there another time. Maybe this time it was again Infinity Ward being close to them, and this time Defender has the support of the team, and this is Team Temperament. They are still in the game as a full squad, and look at their drone credits.
6,000. So many teams are just storing up these credits, like you said. Honestly, if I was in game, I would be looking to maybe get some deployable shields. You know, those can always come in handy without a doubt. Maybe some meds if you jump out the vehicle a little too early, like we're seeing right here. But we're down to 11 teams. I mean, this game alone is a lot different from all of our other matches here tonight, because Normally, the first 4 games, every team was playing really sweaty, trying to survive as long as possible. But since teams on the second half of the leaderboard, they were so far down below before reaching the money, they recognized, okay, this is our game. We need to risk it all. They did so, but it didn't play out in their favor. So that's why we have 11 teams to go here so far.
Yeah, just compare that map to the first round. We got a similar zone, but almost half the amount of teams. I mean, we're down to 11, and here might be another team getting eliminated as the team pushes over the first huge push from them here. This time they are not the push team, so that is looking pretty decent. 4 versus 2 advantage now. And they are in a very good spot here at the top left side. Not another team close by, so they can't get third-partied. And now they're pushing over. 2 guys holding it tight. Akasa and Mikey. Again, we saw that already happening in Akinta. Mers are taking the right flank here, surrounding them, and the nade could change it. Let's see if they can win that 4 versus 2 advantage.
Yeah, we got that P90 on our side as well for the team. And I did recognize one of their squad mates, they used the UAS. It was moving really slow, and they were actually crawling by it for hard cover. So that's next level over here. But it's not done yet because PKS, man, they're putting up a good fight, a good defend right here up against the team, making it a challenge to take them out and flush them out.
And now it's only 1 guy remaining. He got the double already. If he can secure another double, he would have clutched it. And there we are, Casa trying to pick up the teammate. Enemies pushing in with the M7. We finally see an M7 in action. And that Molotov was perfect. Oh, the enemy has to be careful to not burn down. But the revives did happen already. The team, there's an 8. That's the GG. Good teamwork there. And this is Monty getting knocked by the Infinity Ward team.
See ya. 9 teams to go. Still not within those placement points, as 8th place equals 1 point. So almost there, but starting to see all these teams who have been saving up their credits all game long finally spend it here, as we're going to be popping over here. Natty Wild still holding down Milta. Their position currently no longer favored, so they will have to push up in the north, but they have a lot of terrain and a lot of hard cover to really avoid those sight lines for the time being from the Gladiators.
Yeah, with that much space they have looted, they have only 400 credits left. They did go for one or the other respawn for sure, and a lot of customizations, but look at Free here. All those fights take one special thing, the heal. He has no first aid, so that guy has to get some further utility for the last
7 kills
here.
From Free alone.
That
really
was
impressive.
Great, but he took a lot of damage as well. With only having there a few bandages, and this is Defender. Now it is on you. You're alone again, and it is again Infinity Ward close to him.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, I do appreciate the driving skills, though. 10 out of 10, still alive, but it's not done yet. We're going right towards the Gladiators. Defender, you got this. You got heart. You got heart.
Oh, sandwich. Decent and sandwich.
Everybody wants this, man. Everybody wants this juicy point, and it looks like Defender finally taken out right there.
And Sandrix got that another point for GG, being now at 5. Every team is gifting them some kills now, and this time they are not even in a 2-compound split. They are in a 3-compound, even a quad split here, with Sandrix being there at the edge, but now he has to move, and they will regroup at most likely the center compound. And then they have a very good zone again. We are down to 8 teams, placement points, but
yes, sir.
Not too many kill points remaining. Sirens, you have to do some.
Yeah. Siren's still alive. So going back to the storylines here, Sirens 4 up, still healthy. Gladiators 4 up, still healthy. Team Unique with a duo now up there to the north. But look at this. The zone sticking up its middle finger to everybody basically here. It's going up to the north. Prison is now in play. Oh, this is going to be such a challenging push. The Gladiators, they're 100% going to fight with the Sirens here any moment now. And whoever wins, they'll have to get through the team, the gatekeepers up there.
Yeah, I expect the Gaming Gladiators taking over that northern rock of the southern rock of the prison. But they have to get over first, as they're getting shot here from the Sirens. So they are moving in pretty late. If now GG can't take up that high ground position, southern of the prison, they will have a huge position. Let's see where they are moving at, and they will follow them in. The zone is very small. I'm not sure if the Sirens can get into a good position this time. Let's see.
Love this backpack skin, by the way. I
Yeah.
like Decent's whole vibe. Actually, let me just analyze the vibe check right here. Loving the skins right here. I wouldn't want to run into them on the battlefield, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got there some very nice skins, and he is for sure using the mummy outfit, which is only a purple one in this game and pretty common in some crates, but one of the best outfits out there. Now we got the fight, Sirens!
Oh, Cringe is still alive. Holy cow. Almost getting not one, but 2 runovers right there. Cringe doing some scouting, and you know what they're saying? Hey, there's a team here, all right? There's a team here. Avoid them at all costs. Wow, so lucky.
And that position of Cringe can be mandatory in the last fights. It is next to prison. I don't expect the zone to end straight at prison. And he's pretty close to the center. But Eagle Eyes here from the Gaming Gladiators. They have seen him moving over. And now he's in the tower. Decent pushing. Oh, that can be a huge fight here. And look what's happening to Team Unique.
Uh-oh. Still safe, though. Still alive. So, very fortunate for that duo. HR going to be in the cliffs right here of prison. Now looking to keep Infinity Ward at bay. Infinity Ward showing up in the late game. Strolling on in. Looking pretty good. Neolord, we saw them one of these games really clutch it out, but I don't know. This is really aggressive for them. I mean, they're able to hit those shots. Oh, not 1, but 2. Can we get 3? Neolord, go for that 3rd one. The quick reload, the spray down. But their opponent was able to get behind the vehicle for the time being. I mean, we're talking about clutch players. Neolord has been just popping off here tonight.
Nate! Oh,
so
blocked
close.
by the stone. He at least secures his 5th kill already.
Looking good.
Machine, and look at the Sirens fighting against GG. They lost already 2, I think, if I saw it correct. Oh, yeah, right there at the edge. They are down to maybe only 1 player. No, 2 players remaining for the Sirens. Maybe they can go for a late respawn, but it's looking now very good here for GG. And this is Netty Wild close to them. Netty Wild at the edge, driving around. 7 kills in the count for the Gaming Gladiators. Can they get more?
Oh, they're chasing. The Gladiators have one of their players chasing down Natty Wild right here. You love the aggression. It played off in their favor. 9 kills going their way. And you know what? That was the perfect distraction right there for the Sirens to still maintain their position in that tower and stay alive a little longer with their duo.
Yeah, but GG playing it correct now. They are going aggressive, farming all those kills as they are on the look for Team Unique. They still know they should be at least still in the game. And they keep on farming kills, and every kill helps them. And there's another one, 10 kills on the count with a chicken dinner. That would be 20 points. Looking
that's
everything.
the thing too, right?
Yeah.
With the amount of kills that the Gladiators get, that's going to make it even more challenging for Unique, for the duo of the Sirens to overthrow them here in this final map.
Sirens being in a good position, but low grounded. If HR can do some damage against GG, Sirens should push over. I mean, they see the amount of players right now. The decent Metal Sandrix here is a full squad. Naylord. Is that it's a Team Unique player in the deep blue zone.
They debated us, man. Oh, so close. You know what? One of these teams needs to take out GG right now. If they want to have a chance of being first place, Team Unique or the Sirens, GG needs to get taken out right here.
I think Sirens got eliminated by the team. I think they pushed over. The sniper tower got taken over by the Sunrise. But the last kill was in the favor, I think, from the team.
Tough.
And they're getting shot now from GG. That is looking now all towards Gaming Gladiators. As there are only 4 teams alive and 14 players. Oh my god, another kill.
Insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, what a clinical finish, though, on the Gladiators, though. 2 chicken dinners in this tournament. They come into the last game. 11 kills so far. They only had 1 bad game, and that was Lakna when they got taken out first because of a hot drop here tonight.
And now they are aware that there might be some guys behind them. I mean, they've knocked down some guys there at the tower, but they are like, hey, where are all the other guys? We are still 13 players. We are forfeit, so 9 enemies. Where are they all? And they are checking everything around. And HR could be the only team at least stealing their chicken dinner now. And now they are regrouping towards the HR team being there at the edge. And Neilord got knocked now by one of them, and they strike back. Skyline with a nice grenade. Could even finish that guy if that second nade hits as well. And look who's there
Got him.
behind them. Sneaky peeky. It is
Uh-oh.
Team Unique on the low ground.
Yeah, HR really just a thorn in the side of the Gladiators right here. Gladiators are going to need to take them out if they want to have the fighting chance to get the winner chicken dinner. But it does look like HR, they're going to have to push through the Gladiators. The thing is, HR, they have some vehicles to work with. Now they're trying to rotate around, actually, instead of through. Very interesting play from HR right here.
Sener's got that at first. Couldn't follow. And Team Unique struggling. It's only one guy remaining on the backside of the zone. Not part of this fight, but Proven C is moving over and Metal.
Ouch, that hurt. Beep, beep. Working there.
And another time, driving over that enemy. Neilord, great game from him. And he's now trying to secure a good spot. And on the other side, still Team Unique inside. And now the last one got eliminated. Oh, Senrix.
GG might be out here.
Decent only. Neilord only. And from nowhere, the Sunrise being now in the best position, having 3 players remaining.
Yeah. Shout out to Neilord, though. This game, Neilord has just been dominating. Let's see if they can seal the deal over here. It's going to be decent. Looking to get a Molotov, looking to get a grenade, looking to really take out Neilord and make sure that Thorn is no longer there. But look at that, Neilord getting the thirst right there. The final blow on Decent's teammate there.
It's only one guy left, and now the Sunrise, 2 players remaining. 2 versus 1 versus 1. Which team will secure here the last chicken dinner at the summer series of Lidoma? Let's see it. Decent. Getting pushed slightly, but they have to focus one team here first, the Sunrise. Otherwise, they will lose it, and the solo guy will win this round.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can see Neilord winning this. Honestly, if Neilord could just
look at that nade. It bounced. Oh my god, with the angle of that area, that nade bounces straight behind him, and now it's Decent in a 1 versus 2 clutch situation. Let's see. GG. It would be deserved with their 40 kills. Oh, dodging the nade. It would be not the first time. Can he dodge another one? Oh my god, rain of nades. He is still alive. 80 HP. And a dream to win this round and win the tournament. Rikium with another nade here. Decent. Oh, that nade hurts, but still 50 HP left. But the enemies have the control over the zone, and Natsu now flanking him. I don't think that Decent can make it. What do you think?
I'm rooting for him. I am rooting for him. I mean, holding it down, finally popping out. Tommy gun in hand, not able to seal the deal in the final map of the evening. Game number 5 going over to the Sunrise here. The final map of the finals here in the New State Mobile Summer Series. But it was also the Gladiators with the consistency all night long, getting that second place finish here.
Yeah, second place finish. 14 kills, that's clean. 20 points for them. Great job done by them. If you remember back at the mid-game, there were like some teams already having a lot of kills. Netibal being there with 8 kills, and GG was at 0. And now look where we did end up. 14 kills straight from the mid-game. Like in the last 10 minutes, they have secured 14 kills, should be deleted this round, and have taken over the second position. So that is definitely well deserved for them. And I'm still curious which team is on the second and third spot. I have no clue. Team Unique didn't do that much this round. Not many kill points and ending somewhere top 5.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Team Unique, just a rough game 5 all around, right? Because they did lose most of the team all the team except for one, right? Very early on, and that kind of swapped the game plan, I guess you can say, from going from trying to get the win, trying to get a lot of kills, to just surviving, and we definitely saw that challenge from Unique throughout the entirety of that map. They just couldn't catch a break. They couldn't get their foothold back during that game. And on the flip end, the first place team, Gladiators, they were just feeling themselves. You can tell they were just taking all the fights. They were ultra aggressive, and they were getting a bunch of kills that game. So, what? Let me ask you here, as the scores are getting tallied up or whatnot. Stormy's hot takes, like any hot takes from you, just based on today. Like, what did you notice today that you really did love?
Yeah, definitely that kill of GG against Team Unique Sabishek. If you look how long it took for the green flare to respawn the second player of Team Unique, I think Sabishek was the golden goose there, carrying that throne credits. I mean, they have looted Pushinki, so
Yeah,
I expect them to have at least 2K. And then Sabishek getting shot from GG, that was for me the winning moment of the last round, and that was already the initial start for GG to start their killings. I think until that moment they were at 0 kills, and that was, I think, for me the best moment of the last round. And still, the best moment was that Molotov at the beginning. Like, they are
you love
two
that.
guys standing right in front of each other, holding the gun. Oh, our magazines are empty. One is
Yeah,
reloading, the other one is pulling off the Molotov and decides that win or that fight for
that's so
himself.
funny.
That was
Oh
really
man,
funny. But GG,
any like highlightable players, any standout players, individuals here tonight for you? Let me go first, though, if you don't mind. Neo Lord, honestly, Neo Lord. Not only did we see that player pop off in this last match, we also saw them. I believe it was on Akinta. Also have some really solid plays on an individual level. So if I had to give out like a little badge, a little badge of like, hey, good job. I feel like New Lord would get that from me. Any player from you in particular that you were really impressed with here tonight?
yeah, Nilo was definitely one of those guys having the highest screen time today, so that would be for sure well deserved. I would also count on some guys from Gaming Gladiators. I can't even tell you which guy of them has the most kills today. We saw Decent with some great moves there, Sanrix, Ava, Metal, and they would even have Myth in spare as a sub player, and that guy is also crazy. So I would pick Decent there.
Okay.
Remember, there one good play there from Lakna as well. No, they died there early. There was Akinta on the third map where Senrix was doing and Decent were doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Not sure if they would be deserving the MVP here because screen time was definitely longer for Neilord.
Yeah, they love Neo
Yeah,
Lord here tonight.
if I look back at all the things we have seen, he was straight there pretty often on the screen. Um, Maybe Sabishek also from Team Unique was doing great. And here we go with the overall ranking. Look at the gap towards Team Unique, which still secures the second position. Congratulations to the Game Gladiators, 43 kills in total, overtaking Team Unique there with their 40 kills.
Yeah, 18 points. My goodness, what a gap ended up developing here in this final map between first and second place. So that is going to be $1,000 for the Gladiators. That's going to be $600 for Team Unique and $400 for the Sirens here. So all three of these teams, honestly, really consistent here tonight, without a doubt. I do feel like Natty Wall, kind of the dark horse for me. They were either hot or cold. I didn't really understand where they might finish. But at the end of the day, I did like their play styles. I talked about this team, a team from Turkey. I was rooting for them, and for good reason. And all in all, they did pretty good. I mean, 30 kills, that's a lot of kills.
Yeah, Natty Wild being there the fifth last team according to their placement points and still ending up top 7 with 30 kills. That is crazy. And I bet if we would have seen further playing days here, I think Natty Wild would get at least top 3. If they would have then like discussed it after the first evening, hey, we have now played 5 maps, 30 kills, pretty good stuff there, but we need to work on our placements. If they would have then going a little bit earlier to the center and trying to get their kills from there, Netiwal definitely would have been top 5, top 3 spot. And I'm super happy for the Sirens. Even that last round was not too good, a little bit unlucky during the rotations, which we have seen before was very good from them. They made it on the third position there, and I'm happy
Yeah,
for them. I think
yeah.
around two
It,
points from the last round. but
Yeah,
still,
and for the Sirens too, like they started day game one not too impressive, and I'm not throwing no shade their way. I'm trying to compliment them because every single game we saw them play here tonight, they were always getting better, always improving, and really having some solid games. It's just in this last game for the Sirens, I think they took a little too much time on that rotate. Once when that circle shifted up there towards prison, we saw the gladiators immediately pop in their vehicles, immediately try to reposition. Meanwhile, the sirens, they weren't moving at all, and I think that was the issue there. Just their delayed reaction to some of these circles, and they paid the ultimate price, right? Because if they would have been a little quicker, I feel like we would have seen them easily second place, possibly, maybe even first with the chicken.
yeah, exactly. If you remember that McLaren driving over to that wizard tower, if that player from Sirens would have taken over two guys from GG, I bet the teammates would have immediately pushed over, and then they might have taken over the second position. As Team Unique didn't do that much there, they would have get some kills there. They would have gotten a better placement with some further points, so that could have changed it for them. But at the end of the day, you have to be aligned with your teammates and move over. Don't split too much. And GG was splitting in the late mid game, and then took over the left side there of the prison, fighting as a team, close to each other, covering each other. So that was definitely well deserved. But there was like 1-2 positions where if they had some bad luck, like Sebishek, just imagine he turns around and shoots that guy from GG, that could have also caused some damage. Or if they lose a player against the Sirens there. But they have shown they can hold it tight, dodge those vehicles, kill some guys,
Yeah.
and securing the points.
So as we look to wrap this up, I mean, final thoughts for the Lidoma New State Mobile Summer Series. First of all, if you don't mind, thanks for having me here, Stormy. I mean, your chat's been amazing. Everything's been really fun here tonight, watching these pro players compete, for some cash money in these 5 games. But let me go to you. Like final thoughts here, Stormy.
Yeah, I'm super happy about the summer series. I hope that series is not only meant to be for the 3 stages. I hope we see a series of tournaments coming up now. And big shout out to Lidoma. That I've almost never seen such a flawless clean feed with everything well prepared. The calls from the back when everything is switching, that was completely flawless. And we have to consider this was the first bigger tournament in a while for new state. So I hope this is now the essential start for some esport in the future. And I think the chat would align to that.
For
Um,
sure, without a doubt. And listen, the games tonight, super snappy. You'll love to see it. I mean, these players were in the lobbies competing really quickly. So I believe we got the call to send it out, Stormy, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll let you have the final words here tonight, man.
yeah, so it was a pleasure to cast with me, a big idol, and I hope we can cast again together. So hopefully the chat liked as well. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully this will be a big start for the esport future of New State Mobile.